Greetings, seedlings. Welcome to episode 2 of the Guardians of the Seeds campaign. I'm Brandon, the Dungeon Master for 7 of my closest friends who are helping my co-creator Mariah and I write the histories of Arfinium for our upcoming book series. Say hi, everybody.
Hey! Hi, everybody! We did it.
Yep, we did it.
We did it.
This month, we're still putting on finishing touches to the stream, so come April, we'll probably use this time to give you guys GOTS updates before we start the episode, but for now, just make sure you're following us on all of our socials and see what's going on between the streams. And definitely have a look at the episode previews that we have on our social medias. I think that's it. So, if you guys are ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, then let's roll.
Arfinium. A once great world filled with cities and villages of the magically inclined, now lies in ruins. Mass disappearances led to hysteria among the few survivors. With little to go on, gossip and rumor of a planetary curse spread rapidly. Tragedy, once again, reigniting the search for answers. The last clue at solving this centuries-old mystery? Bolt Royal Castle. Follow me, back to a time of ease and tranquility. When Bolt Royal Castle stood as a beacon of hope for the citizens of Arfinium. This is their story.
Okay.
What just happened?
What? He was like,
I'm going home.
so,
Look at our nameplates.
a couple little things that Robbie managed to get done this past week.
Good job, Robbie.
Heck yeah.
So far.
What?
That's new.
Looks good.
It does. I was just surprised. I was just taken aback.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the nameplates.
Yeah.
The nameplates. The nameplates.
Your hair.
Oh!
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
That's why.
Yeah.
That was what the face was for.
I've
You
been
were like,
here an hour and no clue.
Well, I had the hood up the whole time.
okay.
I knew.
You knew.
Remember when
and you
I
did
was
so
like,
good.
Tabata is actually a mystery. Are you blonde? Are you brunette? Are you bald?
Of course. He just shaved it. He's...
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right. Sorry, we all just received a little
No,
surprise. And when we were getting ready to start, we had a head bump on one of our cameras, so you can see our camera in view. I'm gonna make a quick adjustment.
It's that one, in case anyone missed it.
The one looking at us.
It's that one. This one.
He's not.
And remember, you're on like a 3-second delay, so yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that one was not me.
God.
No heads, only head. I mean, Tara's short enough for her.
So did you get it right 3 seconds ago?
This is rough.
Yike. Oh, so that's
Yeah,
it.
what is it?
Yikes bites.
Yikes bites.
Yike. Riveting content. Guardians of the Sea.
Can we put it over some? My best side is not in the camera. My shoulder is my best side.
I don't think we're ever touching it again.
We're gonna.
It'll get touched.
What if I just like,
You're right.
at all times, I was just like this?
That's gonna be great.
Wait, which one?
Oh yeah.
That's how we sit the entire episode.
Okay. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us while we made our adjustments.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
So, on our last episode, we all came together in the Guardian Temple Enclave. The dragons for the migration, they showed up. Robbie, Luciar specifically, had his, moment where he organized stuff. He pushed the people back. He was like, we have to, save space for the dragons whenever they're arriving, make sure they're comfortable, they're safe. And we had our first arrival, which was immediately impacted by the arrival of people looking to capture the dragons. The cast came in relatively
Nope.
slowly.
Nope. Most of the cast came in.
And then we had our intermission. And then when we came back, we finished a combat scenario and ended up Luciar, Blue, and Evia headed out to go give like an update to the Guardians Council and kind of let them know what was going on. Alistair, Quint, Rune, and Ray headed back to their tavern where they were having a little rest for the night before they returned for Rune to complete a painting. In the interim, between when that ended and today, we've had the evening's events go by. The people who headed off to the inn had their rests, their talks, whatnot, and we are going to come into them waking up the next day. Luciar, Evia, and Blue also took a knee. They were heading out to make their way to the capital, and as the sun was going down, made the decision to have a little rest for themselves as well. Stopping into their own tavern where they were waiting until morning to finish their journey. For now, we're going to start with Alistair, Quentin, Rune, and Ray, and we will come in as you guys are exiting the tavern.
I'd hate to have missed all those conversations. That was great.
Do any of you guys remember what happened last night?
No, not at all.
You guys were awake? Did you do anything last night? I'm waking up.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Just here.
She's here.
She's not a morning. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's not a morning person. She wouldn't really be
Is she a night
engaging.
Did you want to go back and finish your painting?
Oh, obviously. That's what
You,
we're
you didn't finish it yet?
doing.
I thought it was done. It looked good.
Well,
Did you see my painting?
I don't know. Did you show it to me?
No.
Oh, never mind.
there was a bit of a happening that prevented it from being
feel like we
finished.
missed a little
So
What happened?
you were there. The dragons and the
Oh, yeah, that was cool. What was that though?
I don't know.
Okay.
We were just here for a picture. I really don't know what happened.
Okay, we have to go get this painting done. Are you guys coming with?
Is there more food?
The proximity to food is important to us.
There's food downstairs. We can get some on the way.
Alistair's already walking. He doesn't know which way he's going. He's just walking in a direction.
Here we
Does
go.
he know? Okay.
Okay.
So I guess we'd stop at the
the
little
wrong
bar.
direction.
Okay.
Is it the same lady whose name I absolutely remember?
Whose name I absolutely remember. It is the same lady,
Great.
and she has the same name.
Awesome.
Nice. Hey, same lady, same name that I definitely know.
Hey. I have more friends this time. I don't know what you guys like to eat, but I know she has tea.
Yes.
I mean, tea's fine, but that's not
Yeah.
right.
Dude, what food do you have?
We have a good loaf of bread.
How many?
Yep.
A lot of bread. We also have different kinds of loaves of bread.
How many?
A lot.
Good.
Some stale,
How many?
Most of them.
Good.
I don't know if anything's been baked fresh today. Do we bake things here? I don't do the cooking. I just give people the food.
This is
Okay.
that's tough.
Do you guys know something in particular you want? You guys want some toast? A loaf
type
of
of
bread.
bread.
Lots of bread? Yeah, you can't make
I-
toast.
I feel like the toast technology hasn't made it to this
You're
tavern.
right. Absolutely.
I'd like
could
your
light it on fire.
like a fruit bowl, if you have any fruits that you can
I
mix
don't
together.
think that was on the menu.
It was toast and stale. No,
We have,
bread, stale bread.
We have fruit. You want it in a bowl?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Why did she only offer us bread?
We look like bread people.
Have you never been to like a restaurant before?
No.
We asked what they had and they just said bread.
They
I don't know what
they
you
said
mean.
bread.
You just order at a tavern. Right?
Have you ever been to a restaurant?
Quail! I'd like quail.
Quail.
Right.
And she passes you a bowl, and it just has 3 full unpeeled oranges.
Thanks.
Have you ever been to a restaurant before?
I got fruit in a bowl. So obviously, I start peeling the oranges. Do you want one?
Yeah, thank you.
Bread.
Yeah.
Bread. Bread.
Bread?
Yeah.
Bread. Okay, so she comes back and it's very haphazard. It doesn't have like a shape. There are lumps, knots in certain areas, sunken in pieces. A little bit of the bottoms look like they might be burnt. But she just hands you both a couple of loaves of bread. She's like, how much did you want?
Hey, this is a good start.
A good start. Okay. How many more?
Well, don't know yet. Do you run tabs?
We can.
We need a bread tab.
A bread tab. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll mark you down for 5 copper pieces for the bread. And she's like scribbling notes on a receipt. It's taking her entirely too long
Great.
to scribble down.
Have we
5
gotten
copper
the
pieces.
bread in hand yet?
It's sitting in front of her, so you don't
take
have
it
to
and we're
grab it.
We're leaving.
Oh, there's a tab. That's how tabs work.
Yeah, you could probably take a loaf to go.
I've
That's
never
okay.
had a tab before.
Okay, great. Yeah, I gotta get this done, so let's go back to where we were. Hopefully the dragons aren't there trying to get kidnapped again.
Great.
Great.
All right. Sounds good.
Is that what was happening before?
I mean, I don't know that they were trying to get kidnapped, but it is what was happening. Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho,
I'm assuming you guys are making your way officially outside of the tavern?
yeah.
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 Okay. On your way, you all have been down this street before. You're not passing anything new. If you would like to have any particular interactions on your way, let me know. But it's just the broken down shops and things, lack of paint and fixed up areas. There's a few people out on the road. It's pretty early in the morning. There's a fog that is around, kind of whooshing at your feet area. There's obscured buildings in the distance, and over the buildings that you are walking past, you can see the top of the temple, as the tavern that you're leaving was relatively close.
Great. Tell me a little bit about yourselves.
Oh,
What do you want to know?
We can start with who you are.
who are you?
We were getting to that.
My
Well-
name's Ray.
Ray?
Yeah.
Great. What do you do, Ray?
What do you mean?
Like for a living, like for a hobby, like for fun?
A garden
Great.
I play
Where do you
chess.
garden?
in a greenhouse that's at my house.
Why are you asking so many questions?
It's just cordial, getting to know people. You're right. We don't have to know anything. We'll just walk down this road here, side by side. That sounds awesome.
We can ask you questions.
Okay.
So who are you?
I don't know.
What do you...
See why we were getting to that? See how that's a harder sale than just you telling me?
How do you know him?
Met him in a cave.
How do you know
Chewing
him?
on bread.
So both you just met each other in a cave?
I met him in a cave.
You guys seemed like best friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you not know who you are?
I didn't know who I was. I had a basic idea. And then a dude kind of told me he knew me, and I don't know him. And he told me a lot of things about me that I don't know is true or not. And then you seem to recognize me, and I want to know why. And who and what's going on. So who are you?
I'm Ray.
Great. And what do you do, Ray?
She said she gardens and plays chess. Like, that's what she does.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So how old are you? Do you not know that
That's a
either?
great question.
You don't know anything.
I know some.
You know we met in a cave?
We met in the cave.
So who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Alistair.
Alistair?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm eating.
So you eat.
You do those flip things.
Oh yeah! Spontaneous backflip.
And you flip.
I completely failed that. Just fell on my ass.
Sometimes it's better.
You're really good at it.
I've never seen a flip quite like that. Alright.
He's scrambling on the ground, grabbing the bread that he dropped.
Why are you so desperate for the bread?
Because I'm hungry.
Okay.
He's gonna slide it into like the inner lining of his cloak.
Those fighting words.
So we seem to gloss over the point where I don't know who I am, and you seem to. And I'd like to circle back around.
I mean, Ray knows more about your family, I think.
Yeah. I don't know you specifically, but
Okay.
I know of the Mavens.
Right.
Are you...
Who? That's just my name.
Yeah.
Right.
The Mavens that were,
I certainly don't.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess if you're the Mavens that I know,
Great.
I know of you from our father. He taught us a lot about elven history.
Who is your father?
If you don't remember anything, why would that matter?
Because I know who to ask next.
No.
No?
I don't think you should talk to our father.
Okay. And I shouldn't know his name either.
Probably not.
You know, it's a pretty safe bet that I'm gonna forget it.
So why would it matter if we told you anyway?
Because I could do something about it today.
No.
Okay. Elf history.
Yeah.
Right. I'm human.
Right. I was like, your ears don't look very pointed.
They're not.
I'm gonna poke like the top of his ear to check. I can see, but
Yeah, no, they're
no, not pointed.
I've always had this name. It's the name that was given to me.
When?
When?
Does
Since I can remember.
Oh yeah.
How do you know your name but not who you are?
Some things I think you just hold on to.
At this point, you guys are approaching the gates of the Guardian Temple Enclave.
do you remember your family?
Shapes. It could have been a while ago.
Any stories from them?
Stories, no. That's gone. I mean, I know I had a family. I can remember a mother and a father and that, but now their faces are gone. Their names left before their faces.
Well, I don't know that the way that I know them would help you then. It was more of a
We could-
historical context.
Still sounds interesting. A little gatekeepy that you won't tell me about.
Okay.
You just have a really old family, and it's weird that you have a name of elven history that's so old when you're clearly not.
Right.
They were elves, right?
The Mavens that you know were elves.
I mean, he looks pretty old to me. No offense.
That's fine. I've made peace with that.
Specifically know of the Mavens in reference to protection of the seed of the planet.
Oh, great.
If that rings any bells.
You're important.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Maybe it would be good if at some point, paintings later, maybe, we talk to Gildenbaum. What?
Galder?
Sure, that one, because he seemed to know me as well.
Probably. So, we could do that.
Great.
He also knew us. Did he know you? Do you know this Calder guy?
Yes.
Are you
I didn't like that.
I wasn't with him at that time. This would be independent.
You're right.
My little baby. How do you know him?
He gave me food once.
You and food.
Do you guys just not eat? Piece of bread.
Not as
No.
often.
As you guys make your way through the passage of the outer gates of the Guardian Temple Enclave, you begin to situate yourselves wherever it is that you are, and we're gonna move on to some interactions between here. Think about what you want to do, where you want to be, that kind of stuff, and when we get the other group closer in, we'll talk more about where you guys are going in the Enclave. Okay? Alright. Luciar, the blue. Took the night to chill, rest after battling, fighting, whatnot, and you know that your plan is to head to the capital city. As you're making your exits, would you have shared a room or anything? Are we knocking on doors to alert one another?
Probably would have taken my own room.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at this point, the sun has risen. You guys know what the plan is. Let's roll dice for first to exit the room.
Damn.
Nat 20, bro.
17.
Bright and early, crack it on.
You
Get it, King.
Yeah. So, you can describe what you've done to prep yourself before you head out the door.
I actually didn't get out of my work clothes. I'm still in them, so they're a little bit dirty from the events that happened yesterday. As soon as the light is, I guess, over the dawn, I'm up and kind of ready to go, eager to get back to the castle. At that point, I would be knocking on their doors to wake them once I was ready to go. Hopefully they were up and ready. It would be pretty hasty.
You guys both had pretty high rolls, so I would say that you guys were already awake by the time he knocked, but you can decide what it is that you were doing when you hear the knock.
So I got up and I'm kind of okay. Let's get the. Actually, let me check. I walk over to the window and I kind of just like take a look out, see if I can see Bryn from where we are. I just am checking to make sure that the bear hasn't destroyed everything in its path, essentially.
Stable's outside, where a shelter for it to have its little break as well, close by, so that you didn't have to worry about any potential harm. And outside of your window, you can see that Bryn is resting.
Good. Okay, good. Okay. Well, I think I'm all ready to go, and I'm gonna turn to go exit the room, and then I hear knock on the doors.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Good morning. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It looks like you are ready.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
We should go get
Oh.
the
thief-looking person.
I don't know that she was a thief, but maybe, yeah, that person. Yep, we should go get them.
Still questionable.
What would you have been doing?
I would have already slept my 2 hours, or well, 4 hours, meditated. I would be leafing through my notebook, sketching some designs, the city, the outside, things I've already seen already. They're giving me new ideas for stained glass, and I just want to get them down on paper. So I'd be doing that. Ari would be just kind of around the room, and then probably 5 or 10 minutes while the sun is rising, getting ready, making sure I have my staff, my shield, opening the door when they knock.
Great.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did we exchange names?
I think me and you did, but what was yours again?
I'm Blue.
I'm Evia. This is
And
Ari.
This is Lucia.
Hi.
Okay, great.
You all ready?
So we're all acquainted. Let's
Yeah.
go.
First things first. You were rude yesterday. Are we gonna have another day like this today? Because I saved your dragon.
I get that we might have been on the wrong foot. I do appreciate what you all did yesterday. That was very brave of you, and I appreciate the dragons that you helped out. They actually, I heard them as they were flying up. They did say thank you. So I'm appreciative of that. However, you all being there was a little suspect, and I hope that while we're walking, we can figure that out.
Perfectly fine with me. Let's get the day started.
Okay then. Let's go.
I'm in recovery, so if I cough a little bit, I apologize. All right. So then, are you guys gonna straight make your way out of the tavern?
Yes, I walk down to the tavern doors, and I'm gonna go out to the stable area, and I'm just gonna I'm not gonna make my way all the way there, but I whistle a little bit to grab Bren's attention and then say, okay, I'm ready whenever you guys are. I'm not sure which direction we're going, so I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Follow me.
Okay,
Sounds good.
we don't have a choice.
Yep. Head down the road.
All right. You start heading down the main road towards the stone tablet. When overhead, you hear the giant flapping wings of dragons, and you see the 3 red-colored dragons that were at the Temple Enclave yesterday, heading right back to where you came from.
Oh, where are they going?
Immediately turn around and start heading back to the temple. Looks like our plans have changed. Again.
We did send
Okay.
a fire mail, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I
It
think
should be
so.
fine.
Okay.
Let's go make sure they're okay.
You sent mail to who? Whom?
Alexi. I told you about.
Oh,
And
yes.
Xerxes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
Alright.
So yeah, we're heading back to the temple to make sure that the dragons are taken care of and acquainted. Pretty nervous about going back. Hopefully no one else noticed them heading back, specifically the people that tried to capture them. So I'm going to be looking out as we're walking through. And yeah.
Okay.
Definitely not a leisurely pace.
No.
Speed walk.
Okay.
Um,
Any conversation happening while you're speed walking?
So do you know where they're going? Do we know what's happening? What's going on?
well, they're working on their migration and kind of making this their new home planet. So,
So they're going back to the Enclave.
to the temple, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
They're not from this planet?
No, they actually, so dragons,
Do you need?
anyways, no, we're fine. As we were walking, I'm like, I don't know how much I actually want to say. Some are, some aren't. Yeah, they move around.
I'm so confused. I thought dragons were here.
They are. They're dragons that live on this planet. Yes.
Okay. Huh.
So, what brought us all there yesterday? I know why you were there. And I know why I was there. People were in my jungle. And I was trying to get them out. They were stealing runewood. And when I confronted them with Alexi, they just burnt up into ash while leaving this piece of paper. I pull out the paper I showed last time. And it told me to meet them here, meet someone here. And I wanted to protect my jungle because that's my job. So I came.
That makes sense. I guess it's a good alibi for why you were there.
I do feel like I was set up because you said I looked like them.
Yes. Yeah.
But from where I'm from, there's harpies, there's some other elves, but they're in like this hamlet. They're mining, so I don't know many of them in my area that look like me. Yeah, so I mean maybe they're from a different place, but either way, I'm willing to do what I need to protect my home.
Yep. Me too. So
Okay.
I respect that.
Yeah.
So they were just chopping down the trees in your forest?
Yeah, so there's like 400 miles around me, and at the end is where there's this forest that leads closer to the stone nexus, and I noticed smoke, and I felt something was wrong, and I go, and there's just, all of them are burned. There are just 4 or 5 just dead runewoods, and runewoods are special. And I got a little mad, but I was able to catch them, meet up with them, and then they just turned to ash. I fixed what I could at home, but I knew I needed to find better solutions. And that's why I came.
So was the letter for you, or was it just something you found?
No, it was left in the ash. I went to, I inspected the ash to see if they left anything or what kind it was, how'd they burn, you know? I've never seen anything like that. And
That was weird.
yeah, the scrap of paper was just left in it. And it said, be at the Enclave before sundown.
Can I do an investigation check for any magical, I guess, things about this? Because, yeah, all the ash that was at the temple was everything. So it'd be kind of odd that this was left.
And I know there were dragon scales at the ash we found. There was nothing in mine.
Oh.
Arcana.
Arcana? Okay, we're so good. Over a 20.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 20. Yeah, 21. Nope, just 19. My bad. Not proficient.
Oh,
19.
no.
Yeah.
To lie.
Yeah.
He had it all.
I know.
Dropped it.
Originally, I said
Icarus.
investigation, so I was looking at that, and I was like, I'm double.
Good Nico.
Nico, get you. He wants to play D&D.
He does.
So bad.
He
So
really,
bad.
really does. He's looking at me like, why did you just do that? I'm sorry.
Pay
So
you if you want.
the when you investigate the sheet of paper, you recognize it to be fire mail. As to any special properties, not especially. It just is a piece of fire mail.
Yeah, I think I was just framed. I don't know by who, but I genuinely don't know.
I don't know if you're framed necessarily. I think it's just coincidence and
Well,
vague judgments.
I'm willing to stick around and see what we can do to help and make sure that it doesn't happen again in my home.
Yeah. I will do what I can to let the council know, because that is a pretty big issue that we need to also look into, because it obviously has to deal with what we're dealing with now. So
Why were you there?
I was meeting Lucia there.
Oh, okay.
There was some other issues happening in a forest next to where I live.
Weird.
Not burnt trees though. That wasn't it. But that's actually how I met Bryn, the bear.
Yeah.
She was trapped in this big metal thing, and I don't even know how I got it off, but luckily she didn't lose a paw, so that was good. And then I went and told the guy that found me, and I told him what was happening, and he said to come meet Luciar, so here we are. Yeah, Xerxes. So,
Well, we should probably meet up with the dragons as quick as possible.
yeah, it's really weird that there's traps and dragon hunting and trees burning down and all of this. I feel like that's not really normal.
Well, unfortunately, people being after dragons is not normal, but it's not uncommon.
All at the same time, though?
It happening at this frequency is pretty alarming.
Yeah. I mean, I've been here for a while, and I don't feel like I've heard nearly as much bad news as I
Yeah,
have in the
and-
last, 2 days.
Yeah.
And dragon scales, they are given to people who the dragons think are, what's the word for it?
Worthy?
Worthy, there we go, are worthy for the scale and the magic. And normally you can tell this because the scales are intact. The scales that we found at the temple were not intact and were taken forcefully. So
Oh.
yeah, it's not a good situation.
Okay.
Why is pretty worried about it, and these are pretty powerful. So we don't want them to be in the wrong hands. So
You guys are almost there. And you will have seen the dragons touch down in the Enclave. So, real quick, we're going to switch to our other group. And these dragons, as they're landing in the Guardian Temple Enclave, what's going on for you guys?
The dragons are back.
They're back.
And this is fine. It's good. We like this.
Yeah, I mean, dragons are really cool.
I agree.
I mean, last time this happened, people died, right?
They were on our side. The dragons were fighting the same people we were fighting.
Well, I'm not exactly worried about the dragons. It's just like you see the same thing happening again.
Yeah, but
Maybe there should be some concern.
Maybe we could look around.
Can I feel anyone else here?
I mean, roll empathic perception for me.
That's a 20, non-natural.
Wow.
dirty 20.
So, as far as like the people inside this immediate area, you have a pretty decent reach with your empathy, and you feel these guys that are around you, but the presence of additional individuals, aside from these giant creatures that just landed down.
Curiosity,
There's no one
anxiety.
here but us right now.
You're feeling kind of anger and impatient and protection.
Who? What?
She
Okay.
expressed her feelings.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
expressing
for-
what I
for-
was feeling.
Oh,
if the-
you
yeah.
guys weren't there yet. I didn't.
Oh, you
he
said.
meant, no, I think he meant
Oh.
I meant these three.
Oh.
What? Okay.
My
Me and
bad.
you both
Yeah,
were on the
there.
same page.
My bad.
We were like, oh, are we supposed to be saying what
Yeah.
we're feeling?
No, there's no one here but us right now.
Maybe we should still look around because there's a literal dragon that may bring a lot of attention to itself.
Sure thing. Do you guys want to take opposite ends?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna paint. I trust that Ray knows what she's doing.
Opposite ends of what?
I don't know. You look that way, I'll look this way.
Are we standing
We're
back
gonna
to
start
back now?
setting up.
We are standing back to back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, those crystals that I gave you earlier, you have those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep them on. In the caves, I found out we could do something pretty interesting with them.
Like
What do you mean?
what?
I seem to be in tune with them, in a way. This one doesn't have magical prowess that you may have seen.
Alistair is completely zoned out. He's focusing so hard to make sure that nobody else is coming in, he's not listening to this.
I thought he had magic.
Not that I've seen. That was my magic from him.
He's doing a little dance. He's got music in his head.
Oh, does he think he has magic?
He does. Well, currently.
The crystal glue when you it glowed when we were at Galter's shop when you touched it as well. I don't know, is that what happened for you?
Yeah, if I make it.
You can make it glow?
Yeah, I can make it glow.
Make it glow.
I do that.
Interesting.
You can also do this. That would have healed you if you were hurt.
All right. Keeping watch, chatting with each other, setting up your painting station. You guys are making your way to the gates, and from here you can catch eyes with the dragons that have landed, and you can see the individuals that fought with you yesterday.
Why are they here again?
Who knows? Who knows?
Not sure. I only talked to one of them yesterday.
Which, oh, the,
Yeah.
well, that was really weird.
It's all been weird.
Should we go talk to her again? I feel kind of bad. I feel like I should apologize, but
I'll go with you.
okay. We're gonna go talk to the bright girl.
The sisters,
Bright
yes.
girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're sisters?
Twins, yes.
They look like twins.
I mean, one has brunette hair and one has blonde hair, so.
That's all I was focusing on.
Two incoming. They're familiar.
What are they
Hey,
doing back
guys.
here?
Oh, hey.
Hi.
3.
Oh, you were going.
He's here, we're just splitting off.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. There appears to be another one. Somebody else want to take watch?
Your sight and your memory. Great. This is fantastic.
We talked yesterday.
Yeah.
Alistair turns around. When did you guys get here? Why didn't you tell me?
I felt them, just like I told you I felt no one else coming. It's okay. I knew.
You were supposed to be.
It's okay.
He only saw 2.
There's more.
So, what are you guys doing back here?
Oh,
We followed the dragons, yeah. We were on our way to somewhere else.
we were on the way back to Boat Royal to talk to the Guardians and the people in charge just to make sure they knew what happened.
Did you make it there and come back?
No.
No.
Saw the dragons and were immediately rerouted. But we sent firemail, so they still know.
Okay. That's good then.
Yeah. What are you guys doing here?
Well, we just came
Painting!
to take a picture.
They're painting.
Taking a picture right now. Trying to.
Cool, I love art.
She's really good at it. I'm gonna pull one out of my backpack because I always have her paintings on me.
I'm
and be
not.
like,
Don't.
she
I
did this
practice a little bit.
and this is one.
It's really nothing. It's just a hobby. Nothing.
She's so
Nothing
good.
more.
Same.
No.
Mine is too. It's okay.
It's not. I'm gonna put the easel, flip it over, and just sit on the ground.
Okay.
You can see through the other side of an easel. It's a easel.
I'm gonna squat down. I'm gonna look through the easel.
Why are you guys here right now?
For them.
I'm here to take care of the dragons. You're here to paint?
Yes.
Give me a performance roll.
I wasn't. Fuck.
We are now PG-13.
We're at
I got 11. A performance.
A word, B word, F word.
You got a what?
11.
Oh, okay. I said it that one. I was like, oh no.
I always roll them.
You hadn't had much time to get into the painting at this point, but there's some stuff there, and you wanted to
Some sketches.
describe what it is that you had for what Blue's looking at right now.
Right now you see probably what's in front of you, the Temple Enclave area. You probably see a little sketch of a dragon in the sky and one landing on the ground, and a bunch of people around, some looking up, some chatting, like as a sketch, not painted out or anything.
Oh, this is a really good depiction, though. Wow.
She's really good.
Did you
Anyway,
all know that the dragons were coming when you decided to paint this?
no.
I don't think so.
Did you paint it?
It's kind of sketched out, kind of
Yeah.
painted in little areas. Like you might see a little.
Just here.
Did you
Oh, go ahead.
Did you talk to your mom yet? She has the city quite alarmed.
Nope.
I thought you were going to. So.
Who's your mom?
Our mom is
Same
unimportant, really.
She's got a whole city
She sounds
with an alarm.
Most moms are like that. You know how it is.
I don't.
Not really.
Yeah, you guys don't have moms.
We went on over this.
You other guys don't have moms.
I don't have any family.
Some of us weren't as fortunate as you all.
Well,
Yes.
shucks.
So anyway,
So, who's your mom?
It's really, it's fine. It's fine.
We're at the top of the hour. Let's give a d6 -2.
so that's -1.
Do you
Starting out really well.
Yep. The team.
Let's also let's give you let's go ahead and do your daily roll before we forget.
Sure.
It's supposed to be a surprise anyway. I'm doing this for her birthday.
1.
Well, that's nice.
Magnificent.
Seeing obvious distress, I was like, so what's the dragons? They're here. Do we need to do something? Should we leave? What are you?
No, I can. They'll remember you from yesterday. You all protecting them.
Will they?
I do.
Because they flew away before we did anything.
That is true. Yeah. I'll let them know. I'll let them know you're safe. They'll see how we are interacting with each other. While awkward, seems comfortable.
This is awkward.
I'm
You
not
all
awkward
are
at all.
interesting. I'll say that.
Are you awkward?
The dragon from yesterday that had landed, the one
Maybe.
that Evia had pulled the net off of, it's kind of nosing its way towards Evia in like a sniffing situation. Just kind of like feel you out.
Is that one like the leader dragon?
Should I do anything?
You're fine.
Okay.
It's relatively gentle. It doesn't even get
Still.
all that close to you. It's probably a good like 10 feet from.
This is
like,
the
where you're
craziest
at.
thing that I've seen.
That's fair. That's fair. But there's like the general, like, checking you out,
Do you want a treat?
and then and then
Okay.
moves away.
That was a good interaction.
But thanks.
You will have heard the dragon. I'll be like, this is a good one.
What kind of treat are you gonna give a dragon?
Bro, I'd grab out some leaves or something. Twigs? I don't know anything.
You want a stick? You want a stick?
I know nothing.
It does have very dog-like behavior. So.
So, I know the jungle. I know what's in the jungle. I never got the opportunity to leave.
No jungle dragons, huh?
No, definitely not. Some flying things, but not like that. But yeah, I was stuck to the jungle for a while. I could only leave
You're from the
like
jungle?
I am.
What's the plant life like there?
Oh gosh.
Literal dragons.
I guess later. Later, I guess. I have a book that I drew. I can
You have a
later.
book of plants.
Dragon!
Later.
What is
Dragons. Yes.
What are we supposed to do now that the dragons are here?
Not give them a treat. They don't want treats.
Did
If
you ask?
Yes.
Well, speaking of that, if you all can help me, some of the meat got really moved around and botched. Can you all help me bring it back in and just lay it around the circle for them to?
Yeah.
There's a wheelbarrow right over
Search
there.
side quest. These are the most fun.
All right.
How many barrels of meat do I need to move before I?
I'm just gonna keep painting.
Well,
I set my
3 pink flowers.
Lore detail. A couple thousand years ago, there was a specific guardian who introduced a mostly vegetarian diet to the citizens of Arfinium, just like generally the people who live there. The growth of various plants, like the breeding and growth of various plants that allow this to happen, was something that guardian did and took care of for sustainability and for protection. The guardian in question was a nymph, and this has washed over Arfinium for the most part. So the bulk of the citizens of Arfinium are vegetarian. I specify that for this question. Who at the table is not a vegetarian? Expected. I know why. Cool.
Cool.
If anyone who is not a vegetarian would like to help, great. If you are and you would still like to help, just let me know.
Not they'll look at you.
And I will have constitution rolls for the vegetarians who want to help pass out meat. It won't be high.
All have constitution rolls. How long has this meat been sitting out?
A day. It was relatively cool.
Yeah, the dragons scorch it before they eat it, so
Okay.
They can cook it for us.
All right.
not for us. But, no, this is for them. If you help, I'll give you a slab. That seems fair.
You have his servitude.
Is it obvious, or do we need a roll for like investigation? The meat.
The quality of it?
No, just
No,
like
to
where it
find
is.
Oh yeah, I mean these are giant pieces, like they're just cuts of like legs and stuff like that
Okay,
that he got from a butcher. So
got it. Well, yeah, I'll go and collect one and bring it, I guess, to the middle.
Drop
Where
my
do you
head,
want
I'm like,
these?
This is such a weird day. And I walk over to the wheelbarrow and make my way to the nearest pile of meat.
Are all three of them?
but that's fine. That's fine. The meat doesn't smell great,
Nope.
but it doesn't
Smells
smell.
delicious.
It doesn't smell rancid or anything. It's like it's been left out for 24 hours. Most of those hours were dark. I would say less than 24 hours, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably less.
Yeah,
'cause
probably
it's
more like
morning.
12.
Yeah.
So
Covered in flies.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
You're not dragons. Get out of here.
They may be wee dragons.
He's inspecting the meat to see if they're tiny dragons.
A couple of bugs tape off.
Way too close
Fly
to
away.
that.
We might lick it while he's down there. I don't know.
So, I've made my way with the wheelbarrow to the closest pile of meat that Alistor, I don't know your name, is at, and I'm just gonna set it out and be like, okay, I guess just load it up here and then we'll take it to the middle or wherever.
Alright, you tiny dragons. This is for big dragons. Get off. Let's start. Bare hands?
So I would have.
You can carve.
I'm just carrying it directly to the middle because I had carried it before the wheelbarrow had arrived.
I was looking at tiny dragons. So.
Yeah.
Describe this carrying. Are we like? Is it, like
is it a full
against your
leg?
clothing? Yeah, where it's like a lamb leg, like just.
But it's just out. Just carrying it with it out in front of me.
Cool.
This is my good shirt, and it's just gross. Horrifying.
As they're coming in, and I'm starting to notice that instead of dragging it, they did carry it. I will make sure that you will get replacement for your clothing that is surely ruined at this point. I'm sorry I forgot to direct how to carry this in without getting dirty.
Can I roll for how dirty I got?
Yeah.
I'm just dragging the wheelbarrow back.
I'm showing Ray my plants,
Nice.
sharing my book.
I am in love with this. This is so cool. I I love books and plants. This is just like, I'm having the best time right now. I'm very happy with Evia.
We're just over in the corner, hush hush, like going through, watching him pull me.
Is it like a flower journal? Like they
It's
had
just
back
my
in the-
journal from my home. So if I'm out in the woods, I'd sketch what I see, write some little
There's
notes.
also a journal.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull out my flower journal and show you.
Book
things
club.
that I
They're
have.
best friends for
Wow.
life.
Yeah, I would just be like, look, I've got one too. Like, I've got little lavender pieces in here, and like, good things they're used for, and the conditions they grow in, and like, I've got little,
Yep.
like, I would just be showing you.
Same.
Instead of sketches, though, you'll see that she has dried plants in hers.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
know.
was asking.
Sketch.
I'm like,
Wish I had
My
more of a
my
journal
plants
on
are
me.
elsewhere. Those are just sketches.
Great. Dragons are being fed. You see they are approaching the piles of meat that you guys have organized, and they're just dragon fire. This is-
It gets better every
Is that
time.
what that sounds like?
Big fan.
Scorches the meat up. They begin to eat, and they're doing their thing, getting their fill. And while this is happening, are you still painting? Are you still sitting? Okay.
No, I
When
Got
the
myself
tension
up.
went away.
just painting the scene,
Okay.
getting more details on the dragon while they're literally in front of me.
Still sharing plant journals, and you guys have now finished the task that you were working on. I would assume that you guys are in close proximity to one another since you all went to the same central location. You guys want to have any conversation, questions?
Many questions. So, what were y'all doing in the cave over there?
Gathering crystals. For Gildan.
Gil?
The golden boy. I don't know. You'll have to ask one of them.
Galder, if you know him.
Who's Galder?
We were all back in the circle.
Do you have a shop in Heartland?
You could have been. What?
Do you have a shop in Heartland? No.
Can you guys have your conversation
Galder.
a little to the left, please? I'm
Yep.
trying to.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
I think we all moved the wrong direction.
Yeah.
we were facing each other and
Yeah.
we each stepped left.
We're like, I don't think that's it.
Roll for coordination.
Who? Yeah, Galder. Do we know who Galder is?
Do I know? I don't think I would have sold stuff to him.
You will not have come across Calder.
Yeah.
People at the table who have come in as presents are specifically these three. As you will know Galder as a merchant, but probably nothing else. I'm sure you will have crossed paths with him in regards to him being a seller of various wares whenever you need them. But I don't know that you would have a personal relationship or interaction with him.
Sounds good.
Just he's a shopkeeper, you're a customer.
Sounds good.
But you will have probably seen him before.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, we came out and there was general chaos. We tried to turtle away, and then we saw that there were bastards in trees.
Yes.
Then we hunted the bastards.
How's it going?
I do appreciate any involvement that you all had with securing the area and taking care of the poachers and hunters.
Good.
Speaking of which, should we should be on the lookout for
Oh, we are.
any more?
Yeah, back to back. Oh.
There's no one else here with us.
I also wouldn't trust them to look out.
How did
Who said that?
there's no one else here with
It was
us?
rude. She's behind you.
Thank you.
I am an empath, and I can feel the energies around me. And I didn't feel anyone until you all came. And then I felt your energies, and Quentin yelled that there were two of you. But I could feel that there was a third, but there's no one else in our general area.
Did you know it was us?
It felt very vaguely familiar, but I have to be closer to really discern who it is. It's more of just what you're feeling and that it's different people.
And you didn't feel that yesterday?
Oh, I felt that all day yesterday. It was exhausting.
There was a lot of people here.
Like the murdery thing.
That's a good point, Blue.
What do you mean?
Like the people that were trying to steal the dragons.
Like their intentions? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't they have
Murderous intent.
felt something?
They could have felt calm if that's
Different?
their job. Could have been normal to them.
They do. I think it was because it was such a large crowd. So it's hard to tell with that many people what's coming from where. It's like a tornado of emotions, kind of. And there were people nervous about the dragons and things too. So it was just a lot of excitement, anxious, and all of the energies kind of got mixed together.
It's also important to note that most of your interactions with the bad guys up until the end were ranged. You weren't very close to them. It was ranged spells and stuff like that. You weren't like up close until the very end, and you did feel the emotional response of what was going on with that guy. So
Yeah.
So your mom, like I said, is causing quite a stir and spending a lot of castle resources to make sure you all are found and safe. So
It's fine, Luciar.
Lucia, who is that mom?
No, that way.
You said castle.
You want to switch? Kind of. Okay, yeah, we switch.
Did I ever sell to the castle? I know we talked about it, but I wasn't sure.
yeah,
Are you talking about the castle?
yes.
Luciar.
I've been there once.
I've been to the castle.
Would the general public know them?
not especially.
Oh.
Not no, but not yes. I mean, they would have to have a specific reason to have interacted with them.
Yeah.
And none
And
of the
not those
people at the
homebodies.
table besides. Just not those homebodies.
Mom's got the whole
Yeah.
castle.
I made stained glass for them.
Yes.
Would we have known her or interacted with her at any point?
No.
Mm-mm.
The castle would have.
I would have literally like walked in, dropped it off, and left.
You guys would have been young when it happened, but the I think we talked about you guys having stained glass windows. in
I
your
think one was
rooms.
supposed to have a sun and one was supposed to have a moon.
And those
Oh, yeah.
that stained glass would
Yeah.
have been commissioned by Clara, Alistor, not Alistor,
Hey,
by
I know.
Clara or Atlas.
Someone,
So
a messenger had come to me.
yeah, and been like, hey, can you do this? And then she did the thing, and then the glass went up. But she never would have actually been like in your rooms or interacted with you guys.
Nice. That's why I was like, the castle? Because that's probably the coolest thing I've seen. Is the castle.
Cooler than dragons?
Well, yeah, I don't know. They're kind of both there.
For clarity, they're talking about Bolt Royal Castle.
Yeah.
Why are you so embarrassed?
I don't know you guys. You guys are strangers to me and my sister, and I'm
He's a
not
stranger to himself.
embarrassed.
Technically.
We can't become friends if you don't tell us anything.
But Luciar is clearly not a stranger.
Are we trying to become friends?
Luciar is a stranger to me. He's someone I passed by in the castle once in a blue moon,
But you knew him.
unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
I'm sensing tension.
I think you're an empath too. That's how you pronounce it.
I don't know
What
about
about?
that. I'll leave that to her.
So, Alistor, why were you here? He asked why we were here, and Quint said he was gathering crystals. Were you just already with him doing that?
Oh no, I was traveling, and then when I was here, there was a big crowd of people. He's chewing on food. Who? We're going to the temple to look at these dragons, and I've never seen a dragon before, so I came too. And then I saw a cave, and then I went into the cave, and then I got really hungry, and this guy gave me food. And then we came out of the cave, and then there was a fight, and a dragon, or a couple dragons. 3 dragons?
There was 2 up in the sky and 1 had landed.
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah, 3.
yeah. And then you guys know the rest.
You're just traveling? You just happened to be here just 'cause?
And you all thought I was suspicious.
That's suspicious.
I mean, I got a note to be here.
That's suspicious.
This is all suspicious.
She's clear. I did check her out.
Okay.
Yep. She has an alibi. She's not one of the.
What's your alibi?
All eyes should turn to you. Everyone stares.
I am here to take care of the dragons and make sure that they have a nice migration period on this planet, making it their own. Yes.
That didn't go well.
Seem to botch that one.
Yeah.
How's the painting coming along?
Just fine. You guys can stay over there.
Oh, Alistair was already walking over. And
You
then
can-
you said
you
that,
can-
and then
yeah.
you would have just turned around and walked back.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, how long do we sit here?
Until they finish eating?
Mr. the DM. It's a great question.
Right now, Rune is painting, but I mean, you guys need to be discussing what it is that you're doing. I mean, why are you here?
Us three have already talked about it. And we all dropped hints to them four.
Them
I-
four.
Then for a while. Rude.
It's just
Luciar, you know a bit about the castle life, I guess, since you want to bring it up. Do you know anything about the Mavericks? Mavens? Mavens?
I know about
I
the
know.
Dallas Mavericks.
Mavens?
Specifically, no. Nothing that you would be aware of.
Unfortunately, not. No. Why is he one of these people?
He doesn't remember who he is, but he knows his name.
Oh, me.
Because apparently
Hi.
things like that stick.
what is your name?
Quint Maven. You can call me Q.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Q.
Nice
I'm
to-
Blue.
Nice to meet you, Blue. Who's the fuzzy one?
Oh, that's Bryn. She's kind of a tag along, I suppose.
Great.
She's been over in the corner, minding her own business.
She is
Discovered some meat that got left behind.
clearly just like licking her claws. That was good.
That's my bread! What?
Snatch
So-
it. No.
Just realized we didn't eat anything.
No.
Not at all.
Do you want to grab a slab for the bear?
Oh, I think
I'm
she
sorry.
found it on her own.
I see that she did. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
You said that I could have
why are you guys here?
Dragons.
We just told you we were here for the dragons.
For the dragons, but are you protecting them with Luciar?
As of right now, yes.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
mean, technically, all of you all kind of are, because I appreciate you all helping us out yesterday. Well, me out. Yeah, if you don't mind, that would be helpful, because unfortunately, I do think that if you all weren't there yesterday, it probably would have ended very badly, either with me dying
It
or
would have.
a dragon being caught.
So
No, go.
we know you guys are here to paint.
Mhm.
I mean, we know I was here because I got that letter. We obviously know why he's here.
The letter seems to be connected to the people here. You said those people in your forest were turning to ash, right?
Yeah, we talked about it on our way here. We think it was kind of a coincidence, but something just to draw me out here. But regardless, I was leaving that day anyway. I was coming to, I mean, I've lived in my jungle for 41 years. And I never got the chance to leave. So I wanted to leave, kind of help things out. I wanted to find better ways to protect the jungle, and it led me here. So I'm going to stick it out and see what I can get done.
The people that were turning to ash in your forest, what were they doing before that?
They were cutting down and burning rune wood. and trying to steal it.
What's runewood?
It's there's this kind of forest connected to the jungle, near the Whispering Rapids, and runewood's really special. The wood holds magical properties, and it looks like this. And I'll show like the brown staff, and then I also have like a piece of wood with me because I'm in the process of making it into another staff. But the one I show you, you'll see different colors, like little green tips and brown wood, and each part kind of has a different level of magical properties. It's like an arcane focus, but better.
So they were stealing magical items from your jungle.
Yeah, and burning
they were
it.
stealing magical items from dragons.
Yeah.
And turning to ash before we could find out anything more.
Yeah, they didn't get the wood though. I made sure to put it in a safe place before I left.
The one right before he was shot with an arrow that we were trying to get information from, I was detecting his thoughts and he kept thinking for the Forsaken. Does that mean anything? Do any of you know of a group called a Forsaken or?
You were what?
I'm sitting here processing. I can't hear in people's heads.
It's just a spell that I've learned. But anyway, do you guys know about the Forsaken?
Do you do
Give me
that
a history
lot?
check with disadvantage.
You got it.
Me?
Do you do that a lot? She said.
Sorry, I was looking
10.
at your telepathy.
A 10?
10 with disadvantage.
Not super often, I would say.
I mean, it did come in handy. We know for the Forsaken.
For you, the name The Forsaken,
Mm-hmm.
it does ring a bell,
Oh, sure.
but it is not triggering any specific. Like you are not you're not recalling specific people or anything like that. You have a flash of a nighttime interaction, and then the vague sound of a door breaking down,
Sure.
and the Forsaken is what triggered
Yeah.
that like emotional response.
Yeah, hang on. The Forsaken?
Yeah.
I know exact. Never mind.
What do you know?
There was a thing, and it went in my mind, and then it left.
It just
I've
left.
interacted with the Forsaken.
Uh,
I don't know where. Or why.
but it did trigger something, right?
Or when.
If we say it again, will it come back?
Try.
For the
Right.
Forsaken.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
You can read minds. Do you want to try product?
Can you
Yeah,
pull
this is
stuff
like
out
it
of
crosses
someone's mind?
boundaries.
Do it again?
Like,
Sure. Alright, I guess I will cast Detect Thoughts on Q. And say for the Forsaken again and see what I am seeing, hearing, thinking, feeling
All
when I
right.
get that.
So, since she didn't ask you if this was okay, are
Mhm.
you okay with this, or you?
What's the saving throw?
13. I don't have my character sheet. I think it's Wisdom. I'm pretty sure it's Wisdom.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
Didn't
Our
make it in.
save is 35.
Okay.
It's 13, but I didn't know if it was a Wisdom or a Dex. It should be Wisdom.
Oh, from
Yeah, what's a spell at my head now? Hang on.
I would still get surface level. So, I mean, it's pressing deeper is what I don't get.
No, I know. You didn't meet 13, or she?
No, I crushed it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Actual.
Can we do? No, never mind. I was gonna say we just like play Quentin's music right now. We're like generally that would be what is just kind of going on.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't know. There's a lot of jumble in there. But it felt a bit anxious when we mentioned it and you had the memory.
Oh, sure, it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Whatever it is bad.
All right. So that's just more confirmation of that then.
So we need to.
Do I recognize the area? Do you think?
In the flash that you have?
Yeah. Or like would I know or the region that was in?
You would have been the flash that happened would have had you in a house of sorts, whether it was just like a shack or whatever, and you would have seen the interior of a room. You heard the door breaking.
I got you. That's it.
But that would have been it. You wouldn't have been outside for you to see.
Cool. I didn't know, like, sometimes I hear a song. I'm like, oh, the last time I heard that song, I was in Cozumel. You know, I didn't know if we were going to have anything like that. But no, nothing.
I don't know.
All right.
Another.
Humans, dragons, Forsaken.
Would I suspect that if I handed her a dragon scale that it might help her abilities become a little bit empowered? Yes. Her.
So you are aware that the purpose of the dragon scale is that you can access the existing power of the dragon that it came from. So if you have like a blue scale, for instance, that would just be, lightning type magic, electricity. If you had a red scale, it would be fire. So if you didn't have anything that was specific to spirit magic.
Oh, spirit magic, yeah. That's the one that we were looking for. Okay.
I'm going to take out one of the crystals that Q gave me
Okay.
and hold it
Cool.
and try again. And I don't know if it's going to do anything. I might be wasting a whole other set of spells.
Q,
Yes.
could you... I hope it's somewhat easy for you, but can you clear your mind, try
That's
to
impossible.
relax?
No.
No?
We've tried it. Trust me, we've tried it.
Who's tried it?
Is there a way for you to become vulnerable?
To become vulnerable, I could get naked.
No, that's not. No,
necessary.
If we think it'll help.
no.
Are you?
I mean,
You don't have to paint it or anything.
whew. Yikes.
When do
You guys can go to the cave and get naked together, right? There's whoever
Cave
wants to see that.
When do you feel most calm, comfortable?
There was a time, maybe
Don't remember.
when I was, yeah. What?
I could assist in you feeling calm if that would help.
I don't know what we're doing.
Trying to extract a memory?
That I don't have access to.
Would you if you were calmer?
I don't think so.
How do you, when you do remember things, how do you typically, what,
Spontaneously.
spontaneously?
Yeah.
Is there a way to get your memories back?
Remember how I don't know who I am,
Yeah.
right? And you seem to have a lot of connections into who I am. And then you
really.
kept me on the outside of that cave.
I don't have any. I've read about your family in books, and Race told me most of the stuff I know.
Right.
Right.
See how you've just confirmed what I said?
No.
Great.
Great.
So, if it's helpful,
Full circle.
I don't know if knowing more would help you.
I don't
but-
know. I don't know what has happened to me.
Could that Galder guy help?
Maybe. I don't know, out of character, if I, Tara, know, or if Ray knows that he works with memory, specifically. This is a confused memory for me.
No, you wouldn't
Okay.
specifically be aware of that.
He might be able to. He has access to different types of magic than me. I don't know what all kinds. but you know, he teleported us here. So
Right.
different kinds.
Do you even want to know?
I don't know.
I think it's important for us to get any information we can about the Forsaken. It seems to be driving force behind what's going on and might be the connection with all the bad things that have been happening.
Okay.
My opinion.
Well,
You have to meet him anyway, right? Give him your crystal things.
Yeah, I do.
so
Do you know why you're giving him crystals?
Yeah, he asked for them.
Well,
Do you remember him asking for them?
Yeah,
what's
this
the-
was yesterday.
what's the
Blue.
dragon's migration?
Maybe.
Are they supposed to stay here?
yeah.
I'll stay put. This is supposed to be where they stay for the next couple of years.
So we're supposed to stay for the next couple of years then to protect them.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's what
So-
I was trying to figure out.
I'm traveling.
I would I don't know what kind of a role you would give me for this, but let's do an intelligence roll, and you can choose the modifier.
Investigation or history. That is double proficient in both. Cool.
Crazy.
For the just general safety of the dragons that are here, unlike what you should be doing.
Cool. Sick. 3 plus 4, 7, 18.
Cool. I think you would know that you need to check like the perimeter, make sure that
Wood
there's no
or
one
wooden?
around.
Wood or wooden?
Wood.
Wood.
You would know that it'd be a good idea for you to check the perimeter. Make sure that the people that were here yesterday are not present. And this is something that you would want to come and check on every few days maybe for like the next week, just to make sure that the poachers or the Forsaken possibly that you have encountered are not intending on coming back here for any reason. You also made a contact with the butcher.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was about
And
to.
if you
Yeah.
would like to utilize that as someone to communicate with you,
That's it.
watch, do like check-ins, things like that.
Yep.
Because, I mean, essentially, you can be here within a couple of hours, almost wherever you go, because the places that you've traveled to thusly are not that far from a stone nexus.
Yep.
And that would be your personal experience. So,
Sweet. So, real quick, if y'all don't mind, could we do a little perimeter check? Make sure that there's no like traps here. None of the people that came yesterday are making their way back here. Just a general, like I said, spot check. And I actually have someone that I can contact in town who can come and sit with the dragons and let us know if anything goes wrong.
They're gonna
Okay,
stay here for
yeah.
a couple of years.
Yeah, actually.
Wow. All right.
all right. So, if that is what's going on right now, well, they're communicating. As soon as they're done communicating, I'm going to ask a series of questions.
Okay, well then, in the meantime, Alistar is gonna go on a perimeter check because he does whatever he's told. He's gonna just run around the inside, but he doesn't really know when to stop because it's a circle. So he's gonna just keep make a couple loops, make a couple laps.
The dragons are quite confused.
I'm going back up to
By
the
the
steps of the temple that I was at previously. I'm just kind of going to go to the top and take a look around.
Great.
I'm gonna send Ari out.
Okay.
I'll phase out for a minute and check for traps and stuff while she's flying.
Anyone going to get the exterior of the wall?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Outside.
As I see them start to do the thing that I was hoping they would do, I actually want to check the front and quickly head back into town to get the butcher.
Okay.
So while the spot check is going on, I'll be doing that and bringing him back.
I'm painting.
You're still painting?
Yeah.
All right. And what do we have going on for you?
I am stepping away to the side of the temple.
Okay. All right. It's been about an hour and a half. we are going to take a quick break. I need a refill and some cough medicine. So we will be back shortly. However, this intermission is a little bit special today, and we're hoping to do more things like this. Today's intermission was a role play that we did previously with Ray for something that she is doing on her own. And it's pre-recorded, so this particular intermission is not going to be live, but you guys will get to see what is going on before we get back from said intermission. We're going to take a 15-minute break, and we will see you guys soon. Woo! Woo! As you leave your party, you make your way to the eastern side of the temple. The closer you get to the temple's edge, the more in view the hyssop that you discovered in the envelope that you received the day before, 2 days before, 2 days before. And as you round the corner and officially become out of view of the people that you have just walked away from, you see that it is along the bottom edge of the temple, and it lines the whole eastern edge.
So I would rifle through the hyssop. I would pick some up to take with me, be putting in my bag, and I'd also be looking for clues, like something written in the dirt or another letter or anything, to see if that led me anywhere.
While you're rifling through the hyssop, looking for anything of interest, go ahead and give me an empathic perception roll.
Right. That is 21.
Okay. You feel the distinct presence of another person, and you would have had full view of anyone that would have been in this area as you were walking over onto this side of the temple. So you have an awareness that the individual that you're feeling the presence of is probably invisible.
So I would keep putting my hyssop away and say, so the hyssop in my letter, was that just to give me a clue to come over here, or was there more of a significance to the meaning of that herb?
From behind you, you'll hear a somewhat soft voice. The intention of the hyssop was to bring you to an area that we might have a private interaction.
I feel a little jumpy when I hear him behind me, but not react outwardly and be like, then I guess I've solved another riddle. And lean my back against the temple wall.
Still unseen, you'll receive the response. Do riddles intrigue you?
Yeah, I like a good challenge of intellect.
The reason that we reached out to you in the first place. I did expect you to at least get this far.
How far is there to go?
Well, you would need to complete a number of tasks before eventually we would consider you to have proved yourself in your capabilities and trustworthiness, before we would reveal our numbers and identities.
So, why would I complete a series of tasks for information when I could just go find it on my own?
Well, so that we could induct you to be a member of our group, and so that you could be privy to the knowledge that we have access to.
I don't know that there's knowledge that I wouldn't already be able to get to in either the crystalline repository of tomes or something that my mom would show me.
There's a slight pause. A contemplative pause. Almost like you can hear him thinking. We have been entrusted with the care of the secret library of Arvinium. And together, we defend the histories of our world. And we only leak its information when it is necessary to prevent Arvinians from repeating the mistakes of its past. The things that we know are only available when we want them to be.
So, I would pause for a minute and be thinking that that is insinuating that this is also knowledge that her mom, the Guardian, does not have, and that would be even more of a reason. Already intrigued, already like, obviously I want the secret knowledge, but like, if this is something that even the Guardian doesn't know about, then someone close to her should know. So, she would be like, okay, well, if I were to join your ranks, how would I go about that? Completing the tasks, that is.
Well, the first task would be for you to impart a piece of knowledge on us that we do not already maintain.
And how will I know if I've completed that task successfully?
When you've completed the task successfully, you would receive a new task.
So if I don't get a second task, I should assume that you don't have, or you already do have this knowledge, I guess.
You would have unlimited tries to impart this knowledge on us. And we would give you a time limit. Say, the rise of the next full moon. So roughly 28 days before we would consider you to have failed.
And the piece of knowledge, is it anything in particular? Like, can I tell you Rune's favorite color? Or
we would be looking for historical information. Something that has been lost.
would be fun for me to find anyway. So, You've caught my interest. How would I reach you?
Fire me, of course.
There is something I need from you then. So, riddle me this. What is something that belongs to you, but is primarily used by other people?
At this point, you would feel a feeling of pride kind of wash over you, and if you could hear a smirk in someone's voice, he says, "Call me Aldrich." And then there's a whoosh, and you feel the presence just completely disappear, insinuating that he's teleported away from you.
I'm gonna feel a little cool about myself and a little excited to look for knowledge and start heading back to the group.
So, you'll make your way back over to the group of individuals that you've left for a short period of time. And what are you thinking anything in particular about yourself or about the relationships that you're starting to build in regards to this secret encounter that you've just had?
I'm thinking that I'm very intrigued. I want all of the knowledge, especially the secret knowledge. I think that Aldrich seems cool, and I feel like I need to reserve information as much as they are. Like, I can't give them everything and let them see, like, oh, she's gonna join no matter what, or she's, I don't know, feeling like even if it was like something nefarious, that I should be on the inside so that I can like double agent and let someone know or things like that. But because of that, I also feel like Ray would feel all the time like she needs to keep a lot of things private, because people knowing things can cause pandemonium or chaos, or it can start rumors that get flipped, and then, like, you know, if 2 people know something and they tell 2 more people, all of a sudden it's like raising a cult. So I'm just gonna try to come back and be chill about it.
Yeah, okay. In that case, you have a lot of emotions to unpack, but you meet back up with the group, and roughly, no one is the wiser that you've done anything aside from grab a couple of plants, herbs, to keep with you.
Great. Hey guys, Late Night Editing Tara here. Hope that you enjoyed our little excursion with Ray. If you did, we have merch for her that is new. There is a t-shirt that has a tarot card on it that says the sun that Chelsea designed for us. Shout out to her. And there's also a notebook that she has, and there's pajama pants that all of our cast have and absolutely love because all of their symbols are on it, including hers. So, if there's someone else you want, there's also this cool water bottle that's behind me. There's lots of merch on the website. So if you go to guardiansoftheseeds.com, you can see that and all of our cast bios and stuff there. You can read about me doing music things and about the creators. Writing, I pointed to Brandon, he's not on camera. But yeah, just go check out our merchy things. That should be somewhere here on the screen. And hope that you liked Ray's first little excursion.
Getting close.
So we are trying to determine what our
Oh, man.
No.
The only one you can really see is today.
Mute the TV.
Oh yeah, that playback's gonna be awful.
Yep. Chaos at the
Yes.
table.
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
LOL.
Remember, it's on a 3-second delay. We can't help but touch things we shouldn't.
I swear to
There we
God.
Yep. Tara does not need to be in the video.
All right.
Just a little bit more. Goodbye.
We've
I
lost.
did just get a whole intermission.
She did just get a whole intermission. We've cut her from the episode.
Okay.
That
Great.
is-
That'll work.
That's good. That's good. All right. We have
Good job.
2 notches on our hit the camera counter.
We really
So-
need that scoreboard.
Just for today.
0
Yeah.
days without hitting a camera.
We're gonna get something probably for somewhere behind me. We'll put it like right
Change it.
here on the wall, and it'll be like number of sessions since we last hit a camera.
It'll always stay at 0.
It'll-
I got 0 the whole time, but
If it
we'll
ever
just
makes
have
it
it
to
here for
1,
you guys.
we'll have a pizza party.
That's just Wednesday.
That's just a Wednesday.
Okay, we're back. You guys have scanned the perimeter, and during this, 10, 15-minute experience that you guys have, I will say I'm not going to have you guys roll for it because I know that you didn't find anything. There was nothing for you guys to find. So
We got baited.
You don't know what that
if
is.
you guys want to have investigated the areas for anything other than people, we can do that interaction. But if you were only looking for signs of the Forsaken, you did not come across them.
I was looking for traps.
Great, we'll roll for that. We'll go to you first.
Okay, that was the only thing I was really looking for. What is it? What am I supposed to add?
I don't know, but if there's a trap, we found it.
Survival.
Right, well, for her, would it be nature? Or
Or
it's me looking through Ari.
either survival or nature.
Traps
Okay.
would be survival.
22.
So, as Ari flew around to scan the perimeter.
You guys totally just see me standing there still with this dazed out look. And that's it. And you don't see Ari anywhere.
I don't even know what Ari is.
It's my bird.
Yeah,
My owl.
that's never been described to me.
Well,
I described it.
No, Alistair
Me
present?
and Blue.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
so
were
you two
we were in
are
a
only-
room for.
well, there's no owl for you to see right now, so
Yeah.
we'll describe it when she comes back.
Thank you.
But Ari is making her loop and through the trees and whatnot. Ari would not have discovered traps, but she will have seen in the area where our archer dropped behind the wall and took off.
I assume since I'm looking through her eyes, I would have seen like if there were ropes or just things like that.
Oh yeah,
Not super in depth, but
it's you rolled a. You'll see whatever I want you to see. You
Well,
rolled
I
a
know, I
22.
know. I
A 22. You can see everything. There's some bugs on the ground. It's a so she so she sees the trail where the Forsaken presumably member ran off before, and as she's like flying through, the trail does just disappear. And the northern half of the wooded areas, she will have come across a singular like snare trap.
Uh-huh.
But the snare trap that she would have found wouldn't have been something sizable enough for
A dragon.
a dragon. It's probably just a standard hunter here who's,
Yeah.
out trying to catch things
Yeah.
here in the forest. Other than that, the fly, I would say, goes by with nothing significant.
Okay. So what you all do see then, for me, is you'll see her swoop around and land on my shoulder. She is smaller owl. She's got white kind of face, tan, green leaves-ish, so she blends in with her surroundings. And she'll literally just land, and then my eyes will, I'll just refocus.
When she lands on your shoulder, what does Ari look like? You said shoulder? No.
Yeah, green leaves.
That's what she.
White
that's what
face.
she
Just described the entire
That
owl.
was the whole point.
Yeah.
Oh,
She said there were colors in the description. I didn't even.
doesn't understand colors. We
Welcome
understand.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was here.
He was
not-
playing Evie at first.
He was looking through the eyes of Ari.
There's nothing going on over here. I didn't have any secret things that I was paying attention to. I was listening. I absolutely heard what you said. No idea that you were talking about Ari.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
I'm not green with leaves.
So everyone's clear on what Ari looks like now?
I think everyone is.
Cool.
Is everyone?
What a pretty
I
owl.
think I need another description.
I appreciate the white markings on her face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, does anyone else, would they have liked to have investigated anything else on this little intermission break that we had? No? In the
Nope, I was just checking or going to get the butcher.
Yeah.
I'm still up at the top of the temple, taking a look around. As I was coming up, I grabbed my bow and my arrows that I had there because I left them yesterday when I dropped them after attacking said dude. So as long as they were there, I grabbed them.
That is the most in character, canon reaction.
Thank goodness we came back because I forgot that.
There wasn't even a retcon of oh yeah, I would have picked this up. I forgot.
I remembered as me afterwards. I was like, oh no, Blue would have been so distraught over forgetting her bow. So yeah, she came over. I looked down and I'm like, oh thank goodness it's still here. This is great. Okay. And then I put that back on my back and I make it my way to the top of the, as far up as I can get, and I'm looking around. And I am specifically watching what Ray is doing the whole time. Just kind of eye following her, but trying to I'm scouting, but also she's there, whatever she's doing.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll an perception for me.
There's no reason you shouldn't roll that pink dice.
Absolutely right.
It's not weighted.
14?
properly.
Okay. So,
I really want to, actually. There's so many dice inside of it, it's going to be so loud.
you saw Ray walk over to the eastern edge of the Guardian Temple, and she was investigating the wall of the temple, and shortly after that investigation ends, she kind of moves out of view, almost because she turns and she's leaning against the wall, and then here's the wall, and here's Ray, and she's just kind of leaning there.
Back to the wall?
Back to the wall. Yeah. That would have been the last thing that you caught sight of, just because vantage point. That's what you would have seen.
And then she just goes out of sight?
Yeah, she would have been out of sight at that point.
Okay. So, I don't see anything else happening around.
No,
Like
there's no other
peripheral or
individuals or no
Just
one.
that's the bird flying around.
Yeah, there's a bird flying around, but the area that you're watching, it's just Ray.
Okay, cool. I am gonna take a quick look around, just like the rest of everything I can see casually, and then I make my way back down the steps as nonchalantly as possible. I'm just gonna beeline that way.
Towards Ray?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Anything else?
Just for everybody's visual, top-down view of this whole temple area, Alistair was supposed to be running around the exterior circle, but he's like, oh man, I need to check around all these little other buildings. There was like 12 of them or something like that. So he's doing circles around them, but as he's doing that, he's like forgetting which ones he's done. So he's like Scooby-Dooing his way around, running around all these places in a random pattern, hoping that he gets all of them. That's just for everybody's
I'm sure there's dust and debris flying around.
He's not running that fast.
The Flash.
It's like a light jog.
Okay, alright.
Totally gotten himself lost.
Still painting,
Chilling.
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 Alright, you made your way outside of the Enclave to the butcher shop. You made your way to the butcher shop, and how would this interaction go for you?
Walk in. Is he there?
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't even knock.
It's a shop.
What was his name? Do you remember his name?
God,
I got it. That's okay.
I know that
I got it right
I have
here.
it written down.
I hate players that don't take notes.
Take his notes.
The one note I took, I have it right here. It is coming. Just wait.
I made a character that forgets things.
Hey.
This is the loophole to all of
I
this.
made a character that eats food and is dumb.
Oh my
Two loopholes.
The thing is we did 6 intro episodes. I took so many different notes.
I have his name. Oh, here it is. Harold. It is Harold.
You literally found it on the same time I
No,
did.
not nice.
We are so slow. We are so slow. Harold. So yeah, business still slow, I assume.
Oh, you're back. Yeah, it's still pretty slow.
I assume there's might be like one new slab of meat out, and it's because it's probably pretty barren from.
There's no meat.
Good, great.
Like he's open for show.
Are you open to a slight profession switch for the next, give or take, 3 years?
You don't want me to be a butcher?
Well, yes, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be providing you with the resources that you want. Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyways,
Oh, resources.
do you know
Do you
about
still
dragons?
have my wheelbarrow?
Yes. Do you know about dragons?
We talked about dragons the last time you were here.
Great. I'll give you a rundown. Come with me, and I'll introduce you.
Introduce me.
Yeah, to the dragon.
Okay. And like you see him like pick up like a cleaver.
Don't need that.
Oh. For the dragons?
Yeah, no. That wouldn't help you anyways, but
Okay. And like he slides it down underneath like a little cloth. He's like, what should I bring?
nothing right now. It'll be quick.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
And as you guys walk out there, he's like, oh, and he turns around and he flips a little sign that says that the shop's closed.
So do you have family?
My dad.
A what?
My dad.
Where does he live?
He just pointed.
So what I'm offering you as we're hastily walking back to the temple,
Yeah, he's like,
what I would like
"Oh,
to
fast."
offer you is a caretaking position for specifically these dragons. With this, I can guarantee you that the castle will supply you with whatever you require resource-wise. We should actually build a house right next to the temple. It can be as big as you'd like. If you need animals, livestock, garden, we can help get that organized. Money. You'll be taken care of. I can promise you that, because this is quite an important position that I need help with. But it's real easy. All I need you to do is take care of these dragons, make sure that there is food here every week. They don't need to eat much. They kind of go around and gather what they need most of the time, but it is nice to make sure they are not getting too hungry.
Snacks?
Yeah, snacks is a good way to put it.
I'm not a snack though.
No, you're not. They are nice. As long as you don't threaten them, you'll be okay.
Okay.
Girl, you look delicious. What do you mean?
I ain't a snack. I'm a whole ass meal.
You need that to be a shirt with the dragon.
So, Harold is, following just slightly behind you, and goodness, the cats. He's not even in view, so no one has any idea what I'm looking at, what Chelsea's looking at.
He's supposed to unplug the whole thing.
Oh God.
That'll be fun. It's great.
If we go offline, it was just probably tactical difficulties.
Tactical difficulties.
Yeah, really bad.
It was a really, really good one, actually. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh god.
Oh,
That
this
was
is
real
a
I love
mistake.
this life.
All right.
Here we go.
So,
It's gone now.
God, but not forgotten.
Harold follows you to the Enclave very nervously. He's in tow, and you hear mutterings to himself. Dragon, a new house? Money and a new house? And I just look at the dragons, watch the dragons, see tell him about the dragon. He knows about the dragon. And that's just going on while...
He's perfect.
Hey.
No, Nico.
No.
He looked so
Back to your
offended by that
cave.
pen.
No. 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 Get that paw down.
I'm so sad there wasn't a camera on that.
We need a cat cam.
We do.
There is a camera facing down, but it's not
Nico!
No.
He wants to be a paid actor.
Well,
Oh my
I
God.
think it's time to switch cameras.
Yeah.
The way he's sneaking across the
Yeah, he is.
Like it's a secret.
No one
No one can see me.
If I'm slow enough, they can't perceive me.
Okay. There we are.
Chelsea, he's coming back to you already. He ran.
Wow, love that.
So,
Second time's the charm.
He is persistent.
as you're making it back to the temple, you're bringing this guy behind you, and everyone who is on the perimeter is slowly making their way back. You see Blue.
And the bear.
Blue is
Yeah.
making her way to the other side of the temple at this point.
Holding the
You're
bear.
rounding about the corner as she is approaching, and you guys almost bump into each other. Actually, let's roll for an almost bump into each other. For the both of you, let's see how clumsy we are.
I'm not rolling.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are we rolling?
oh it's spin down.
It is a spin down.
Just
Oh, is it?
dexterity,
Yeah.
Oh,
acrobatics, if you will.
13.
that sucks.
5.
All right. All right. So as you turn the corner, you will have felt someone coming from the opposite direction. And Blue, she's like, and then you just almost like enter her side. You stop just before. And how would you guys like to handle that interaction?
Oh, hey, I didn't realize you were surveying this area.
Hey, me either. Did you find anything?
My bow, but that's really it. That's all I've seen so far.
Yeah, I didn't see anything or anyone either.
Nothing. All right. Well, I think he's pretty much got everything panned out over here. He's surveyed the whole lot, so. I just turned to
looking at
Alistair,
Alistair
who's
running around.
running in circles.
Yeah, he's being very efficient. We should be
Efficient's
great.
not the right word.
I'll make my way back and talk to everyone. See.
I'm gonna kind of awkwardly walk alongside her and be like, so what's with the mind reading thing you got going on?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Not everybody reads minds.
Well,
Emotions.
yeah.
Are you okay? Like,
That's a loaded question.
mentally?
Okay. It's just a spell that allows me to do that.
And the emotion thing?
That's just, I was born like that. I have not encountered a lot of other empaths in my time, but
Yeah, me either.
my mom is one. I presume that's why I am.
And why is nobody allowed to know who your mom is?
Did you know? That's on the side of the temple. It's there for cleansing and purification of sacred spaces. That's why I went to get some, and it's alarm bells. It's just doesn't. It's not words. It's
Hey
alarms.
Ray, are you okay?
Oh hey, yeah. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna like walk a little faster to get up to Rune.
Do you wanna like see my painting real quick?
Yeah.
Sorry, Blue, you can't see it right now. It's not completely done. She helps me sometimes.
Oh god. I'm much more panicked now. Yeah. Hey.
So
Are you
slow.
okay?
Yeah. I'm in the chat, but she keeps asking who our mom is, and I don't know what to do. I just told her about plants. I don't know if it was distracting enough.
Ray. Good job. I don't know these people.
I know.
I don't know if they're supposed to know.
I know.
Okay.
Should we tell them? I don't
know. I don't think it's important.
Yeah. I
Whose
mean,
bag?
It's a plastic
if he
bag.
keeps asking, we'll have to answer at some point, or it'll look suspicious.
Already accomplished.
All right. So you make your way through the gates with Harold following closely behind you. Anyone have anything else, conversation-wise, as you guys come up and meet up together? Share your observations, maybe.
Hey, everyone. This is Harold. Harold,
Harold.
this is everyone.
Hi, Harold.
Hello.
Good morning.
Who's Harold?
Description.
Well, Harold is
What is Harold feeling? For real.
stress. There's anxiety and there's not a positive emotion in the bunch. It's- he in appearance, like clothing wise, he's just got tattered clothes on. Looks like there maybe even be like some blood stains on his clothing, and he's disheveled for sure. Messy hair, looks not dirty, but unkept for sure. And he's just kind of fiddling. He's like, I'm Harold.
Is he human?
Yes.
Does the blood look like us, not his blood? Like, does he look injured? Or
He does not appear to be injured. Blood would be dried. stained on his clothing.
What's he doing here?
He works in the town, and he will be the new caretaker for the temple.
The temple?
Yes. You might hear some dragon rumbling.
The dragons are clearly in view, but he's looking up at the temple. He's like, I don't have to clean it, do I?
No, it's obviously not being cleaned. The holes, probably a stone just fell as I said that. However, I do need you, until I can get back and kind of give you more information, just generally make sure that the dragons are safe, taken care of, as far as just snacks here and there. You should probably take off that, otherwise you might be seen as some sort of a snack. Just, it does reek. So get rid of that. The dragons are fine. I'll let them know who you are, that you're here to take care of them. Don't bring the knife around them. There was an attack here yesterday, and they might be a little on edge.
I heard about that.
Yeah. But that's why I need you. We're about to head out, and I need you to sit here with the dragons. Feel free to bring your dad up, show him. Like I said, I'll let the dragons know why you're here, that you might have a friend. But if you see anyone that looks just a little bit like her, clothing wise, there were some hunters here, brown clothing. They've been camping out in the woods. Big problem. But
right now.
if you see anyone that has arrows, traps, stuff like that, please let me know. Do I know of a way that he can contact me quickly? Firemill? Okay. Mr. the DM, I explained to him how Firemill works, and to let me know if there are any issues, and I will be back here quickly.
Lucy just did the whole lady thing where it was like, you've been promoted to one of my very special employees.
But congratulations! He's like, you didn't tell me to bring another shirt.
You'll do great.
Harold, you said you heard about the dragon attack? Is this like talk going around town?
Oh yeah. One of my regulars stopped in for, some meats, and I told him I don't have anything. I gave everything to some guy who needed it for the dragons, and
His name's Luciar. You'll need that for the fire mail.
oh, okay. And he's like looking for things to write with. He's Lou, with a C?
No. Just pull out a piece of paper, write the name down, hand it to him.
What'd you write that with?
I have ink and quill.
All right. Looks at you and he's like,
Takes one of my paintbrushes, dips it in, puts it on a piece of paper. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's the one I was hoping for, honestly.
huh? Oh, okay. Luciar, change my shirt. Get my dad. Feed the dragons.
You're feeding your dad to the dragons?
No, he won't be eaten by the dragons. But any rumblings about the people you said talking about it? Were they just like normal townsfolk? Did they have any?
Oh yeah. Normal. I mean, I only have one regular, but I see her all the time, so normal enough.
What is her name?
Not important, apparently.
Not a regular that he thinks, or DM doesn't remember.
DM doesn't have a name. He just kind of stares blankly at you for a second, and he's like, "Oh," and he gives you a name.
Great. Well, if I see her, maybe I'll ask her if she heard or said or knew anything else.
Oh, she's a harpy, if that helps.
It does. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Where am I staying?
Did y'all find anything?
Oh, nowhere, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
I did ignore him on purpose.
You found some
I found an herb that I just kept. It grows alongside the temple. It's meant to cleanse and purify and protect sacred spaces, but it's probably just always there for that reason.
Does it taste good?
Just herbs.
I don't know. I've never eaten it. I'll give you a little pinch of his.
Someone look up if this stuff is poison.
Yeah.
I'm curious as well for my own research.
Yep. I'm curious as well for my own research.
Mr.
It's
Zia.
generally safe for people in the amounts found in food and medicinal amounts, but it can be toxic if used too much.
I'm sure I didn't overdose on that.
If you have a uterus, it could be used to start menstruation.
Oh, perfect.
So what is this?
So,
The plant was hyssop,
Oh, okay.
It's a
and you'll get a kind of a bitter, potent taste. Not special in any way. It's like if you just picked a leaf off a tree. In reality, I do not know what hyssop tastes like.
sounded great.
Yeah.
I was like, sure.
Did it sound
Yeah.
great?
I mean, confident. I was like,
Oh yeah, the confidence.
I bet it is.
Let us know in the comments what.
If you've had hyssop before.
Don't eat too much.
I found the lookout we were looking for yesterday, and the trail.
Oh.
There was nothing there really. Like it was empty, but Harold, if you see anyone coming from that direction, get a hold of him.
Yes.
He looks out the eastern gate and he's like,
Watch your head for arrows.
Yeah, that too.
You'll be great.
"What are we being paid for this?"
Plenty. You are taken care of by the castle.
Okay, where am I sleeping?
Y'all ready?
I feel like he needs a bed.
He will find one.
Rude.
Do you not have your own house? I would.
Well, I do, but it's not in here.
Sad.
He'll figure it out. He'll be great.
this doesn't seem like a very well thought out plan.
Yeah, this really feels thrown together.
I agree.
It is. He'll be great. We'll have, what's the word? Things coming to you
Things.
in the next day or two.
Okay. Sketchy at best, but okay.
He'll be great.
Are
He'll
you
persevere.
gonna be here?
You'll be great.
Do you know anything about dragons?
No.
You don't need to.
Probably gonna go change though.
Yeah, bring some supplies.
Yeah.
You'll be set up. Trust me. I got you. Pat him on the back.
Okay.
I'm gonna pat him on the back too. On the other shoulder.
All right. Well,
Don't punch him.
No, I'm patting him on the back.
I was so scared for a split second that you were gonna punch him.
I'm gonna pat him on the back. Roll for an attack.
Yeah.
Ah,
Would have missed.
So
you almost rolled a 20.
Harold's gonna be like, I'm gonna go get a new shirt, and then he just kind of turns around and heads out and leaves you guys to your business. What is your all's goal? What is your intention? Where are you going after this?
I think we're going to see Golder.
Alistair is currently does not care, but he's trying to kind of sneak behind to get a little peek at the painting, but like from a distance. Not up close. From far away. He's squinting to look at it.
away.
Spyglass.
Don't have that.
He does it with his hand.
Do you have 20/20
What?
vision? I don't know.
He doesn't know either.
I think the
Alistair, what's your
general plan
LIC?
was to try to go to, what is it,
Golder.
Golder? And see if there's anything to kind of help us trigger Quentin's
Forsaken.
memory.
Right.
And try to chase that down, because I'm sure going to the castle with the Forsaken with nothing else might not be the greatest intro to the problem. So I would like to try to find out more if we can in the next 24 hours.
So we should go see Galder?
Yeah.
Great. Who knows where the shop is?
We do.
Great.
So, I guess we're just gonna head to Galder's then. And he was on the edge of Quagmire's Rest, like right when we got there. He was the bright colored shop that was standing out from all the rest of the drab.
He was one of the first open shops that was in Quagmire's Rest.
So, he's a bit of ways from here, but we can start that way. You'll recognize his shop is a lot nicer than the other shops around it. It's pretty easy to, it stands out. You'll know it when we get there.
Okay. Everyone following the trio here?
Yep.
Yep.
I suppose you can give the crystals to him when we get there.
Packing that up real quick.
We'll have to see if I found any.
Alistair goes up behind
Do we need
Lucia
to get
and
more?
so when do I get that piece of meat?
You already got it.
What? I didn't.
Yeah, I did. You asked for it back there, and I said, yeah, go grab some that the dragons just scorched. It'd be cooked.
Yeah, but they were eating that. That was their meat.
Well, I told you to go get it.
Well,
Completely distraught.
I have an orange because I
He's
ate
like,
one and
he
I
wants
gave one
to go
to
back,
Ray,
but he doesn't want to get lost and leave the group.
and I'm gonna throw one to Alistor.
An orange.
Can you roll an attack roll?
Not like
Yeah.
okay.
Roll it with. Are you tossing or are you throwing?
Tossing like a.
If you're tossing, do an attack roll with disadvantage.
I see.
This is so unfortunate.
I'm so used to rolling ones.
Just a 10, I think, straight 10. I don't have strength yet.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit him. Actually, no, that would just be his passive perception. He doesn't notice. It just hits the ground.
I would have been like, hey.
Again, dirty orange. No.
It's got its peels. I'm assuming.
It's not peeled. It's,
Yeah, it's not
it has
peeled.
a peel.
Still.
If he doesn't notice,
I'm
just gonna-
convinced that he would notice because it's food.
I'm just gonna awkwardly
know
pick it up
On
and
high
go behind
alert for
the
food?
pack and just shake my head and just keep walking.
Okay. All
I
right.
tried to be nice.
One time. It'll never happen again.
Probably not.
Okay. You guys are leading the way. Is anyone talking along this path, or are we just making it straight to the shop?
I feel like we would all talk a little here and there.
About?
That's what he was asking.
Yeah. If you're gonna talk.
Well, I'm on the spot now. We already saw me blink earlier today because of that.
Turns camera on. What are we doing?
Could you just make that a blooper? I need to see it for myself. I would probably tell a little bit more about Ari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about Ari the owl.
Yeah.
The owl with green feathers and white face and tan around the face.
So, what details about Ari would you like to share?
Just how I found her when, I think it was, we agreed 5 to 10 years ago. She was sick, hurt, and so I took her in, weaned her, made sure she was safe, and she chose not to leave. So now we are bonded, which is why I can see through her eyes.
Sweet.
Can you do that with the dragons?
No. No. Don't think I would ever want to either.
Are those towards Lucia?
Okay, you were looking at me and I was like, oh god.
I'm glad to know though, because I would have been worried. No, unfortunately not. That'd be really cool though.
Can you do that with your bear? See through her eyes. Or their eyes, I don't know.
Where's the bear right now?
Just
I'm not sure.
Nice.
Kind of a new
Alrighty.
relationship.
Maybe I should explain why I can, if that would help. So I can't really die, but my owl could. And since she chose not to leave, we bonded so that she would live as long as me.
Sharing a life force.
Yeah. So that's why I'm able to. I don't know about a lot of other people. I don't know what they can do, but that's the reason I can do it.
What do you mean you can't die?
The reason why I don't have a family or anything is I was just like, boop, and I appeared. I appeared. How I look, everything. The
Even
same
the clothes?
way.
Great question.
No. I had to find and buy those.
That must have been awkward.
Well, good thing it's a jungle and not many people live right near me. Where I appeared.
Well, still assume it's awkward when you went to go get the clothes.
You're not wrong,
It's a fair
but
point.
leaves. It's a jungle, big leaves.
And fish.
And fish.
What does fish have to do with clothes?
It's a meta joke.
Oh.
Cod.
Oh.
Is it cod?
Oh.
Cod piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cod piece.
Oh.
I understand.
But yeah, and I can't die. Like, it's weird. I don't age. If I'm home, I don't need to sleep or eat. So, just don't die.
You're not a vampire?
No.
I don't seem convinced by that.
Let me see your teeth. Normal teeth.
Yeah, normal.
No.
Would, from knowing
Checks out.
about like Harlow, would Ray have an understanding of nymphs at all, and why this
Yeah.
is happening?
Yeah, I mean, you two would definitely be aware of nymphs because nymphs are the next closest thing to a guardian. Not in relation to power, but in relation to the protection, you know, of the environment, of the planet in general, the continent. So this is definitely information that Clara would have shared with you. I don't know that you would know anything specific about Evia, but nymphs you would have an understanding of.
That was just. She said she was a protector of her jungle before, so that was what made me. So when they.
Like, as we're walking, I've been thinking about the trap that I left in the woods that would hurt an animal.
Can you feel your jungle?
Technically, yes. But I have to be... it depends. The closer I am, the more I feel. And the quicker I feel it.
Oh, you're an empath too, but for plants.
Technically, they do, like, listen.
An implant.
They listen.
They do, and
Are there
are
plants
we...
around us?
Yeah, are there plants?
I mean, you guys are walking down a street, so
Okay.
there's like grass and things that are growing through the crevices in the pavement.
Yeah, no.
Pavement.
Remind me to show you
Cobblestone.
one time.
Yeah, Alisaur is just like,
Remind me to show you sometime. But yeah.
what have you heard? That's why I whispered. That's why Alisaur whispered to the grass on the ground.
But yeah, the closer I am, the more I can feel. That's what these are. And I actually point them out, and you see white markings all down my arms and some on my face. They're very, very faint.
So when your jungle took damage, does that damage your energy in any way?
Good question, does it?
So
That's something I don't know.
the white markings glow whenever there's damage happening to your domain.
Yeah, I knew that.
And as far as damage, your health is tied to the life
Oh,
force of
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
jungle.
I can die if the jungle dies.
Right. Tara knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that.
But
It makes me wonder if you were targeted in some way.
why?
Weren't they burning your jungle down?
Fair, but they really didn't go for the actual jungle. They were closer to the outskirts, and really only in the Runewood. There were a handful of trees in the jungle, but they didn't go to the most populated areas.
So probably more still about magical items than a personal connection.
And they were taking white Runewood as well. That's the oldest Runewood. the strongest.
There's different runwood.
Technically, it grows different. It starts as one color, and the older it gets, the stronger the magical properties are in it. And they were taking the older wood.
Newer.
Newer wood?
Yeah, the tips. I'll the way rune woods grow is when they first sprout, it looks like a standard tree, you know, brown barks and things like that. But the older and, you know, more expansive the tree becomes, the bark begins to fall away, revealing the green trim around. And as the branches expand out, that green becomes yellow, and then the newest pieces become white. So the newer the portions of the tree are, the fresher, I guess, the lighter the coloring of the runewood. And then the darkest portion is the base, the roots, the trunk of the tree.
That's probably harder to get. They probably took the newest because it was easiest to access.
That is what they
Okay,
took
whoops.
the. It's okay.
Well, hopefully Galder knows more or can help us.
Now, are we all safe that I'm not suspicious anymore?
No, no,
You
that
keep
was,
pointing it out.
I just say they might have your kind of clothes. So,
Okay. Well, now you know about me.
Did the people that we killed have the same clothes as her?
Not specifically. Honestly, Quentin and Evia both would have been clothed in the relatively same garb as the people that you came across, the Forsaken. Just cloaks of brown and tunics, stuff like that, all roughly the same coloration.
No.
He wants to play so bad.
He's going for the
Trying
cookies.
to go with the cookies. Those are made of chocolate. You can't have those.
He's stretching out
Dangly
so
arms.
bad.
When
I want them.
we get a few episodes in, we might have to take a vote on how people feel with the cat interruptions.
Don't lock him in a room.
They have a jungle gym.
They
That's
do have a joke.
fair.
They have furniture on the walls. They can climb on the ceiling in their own room.
I love that there's an entire window open for them in there, and he wants this one.
That's closed.
The one closed one.
It stopped until I took the curtain down, because I put the curtain up to hide the sound area, right, where we're doing all the mixing, because you can see through on the camera. And as soon as I took the curtains away, he started trying to get into that window again. It's like he can see the light through it. He's like, oh, this is the spot.
It exists.
This is where I get out.
He's the star of the show.
He just gave you a little buzz.
He's a real sweet guy. But he was originally an outside cat, and he's a rescue, so he'd still be trying to get out. I don't think he always feels like he was rescued.
He's jail kitty.
He's the one that was kidnapped.
So, okay, so we had some time talking about Evia, and a general feeling of positivity. Yeah?
We'll call it that.
Okay. All right. Luciar thinks she might kill everyone at any minute.
Piss me off enough and I might.
And anyone else want to have any conversation? The walk to Galder's would probably take you guys a good 30 to 40 minutes. So we're probably about 15 minutes in at this point. If you guys would like to, we can impart some more knowledge onto each other about ourselves.
The grass is listening to us. That's directed at.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll look around nervously. Got it.
All right. If you guys don't have anything in particular that you would like to
We're
talk
just.
about.
It seems like we're walking quietly,
I was going to say, we'll just fast forward to Galders.
awkwardly and quietly along this
tried.
route.
Alistor
was good.
is, oh no, you did great. And then you said that the plants listen, so now Alistor is mortified of talking around plants.
So, you guys make your way towards the outer edges of Quagmire's Rest, and you see the dilapidation of the buildings around you and how the quality of the structures dwindle significantly the further you go. And then as you pass kind of a bazaar type area where there are some stalls open, it's okay. Galder's shop begins to come into view, and you see the more intricately painted sign that says Galder's Phantasmagorium. Who's heading in first? Or
Still
who's
in the
heading in
back.
at all?
I'll go in first.
I'll walk in.
totally
It
go.
won't be a problem going in.
I turn and say, you should stay here, but be careful. To Bryn, and then I drag him to go in.
So,
Is everyone walking in?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Okay.
So as you walk in, Galder turns to see the door as you're coming in, and is like, "Ray Shadeweaver,
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, and you've brought some friends."
As I do. Well, one of the friends.
Can I get a description of this man? Because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never met him before.
Yeah.
So Galder is dressed in some dark blue clothing with gold trim. He's wearing a vest of sorts, unbuttoned. The undershirt is a similar shade of that dark blue, and he's also wearing dark blue pants. He's very, very blue. You might dare assume that it might be a favorite color. His hair is the same shade as his clothing. The same shade of his clothing. Whew. We're getting there, guys.
Passing
And-
the cat around the table.
And that gold trim, it expands out to the other articles of the clothing, and he would have a gold chain pendant of sorts. So he's all blue and gold and very put together.
Was he human?
And he is an elf.
What does the shop look like as we come in?
The shop is relatively small, surprisingly so for someone who seems to be doing as well as they are. Roughly the size of this room. He has a little desk area where he stands behind, and it is kind of like an L, so it's like boom, and then over to the side, and then the doorway is over here, so like you can see into the behind section where he is. And then on the opposite wall, there are hooks and shelves and things like that. A couple of tables in the corners. The window that is in the shop right now, if you were to turn and look out it, does not depict the area that you have entered in from. And on the hooks and things, you see articles of clothing. On the tables that set to the side, you see various crystals and vials, most empty, but just there, available on display.
Does the name Shadeweaver ring a bell? In my head?
Shadeweaver? Oh,
That is the first time they heard their last
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
fancy.
He just wants to be part of it so bad.
So sneaky.
Right, I had no idea till he was there. So, Shadeweaver specifically, obviously,
Yep.
you're aware of the Shadeweavers. Kayla, no. Quint, also know Blue and Alistor. Both of you give me a history roll, just on what you may have learned.
That's cocked.
Yikes.
Roll on a flat surface, kids. History?
Yep.
That's 10.
That's a 10?
Yep.
Okay, so for you, you know... Do you have your phone?
Me? No.
Targeted
stare.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, I wonder where that is.
Alright, so for
Getting all
you,
high in here.
you would know the name Shade Weaver because you would recognize the name from your conversations with Xerxes. You know that is why you know the name. But with a 10, I would say right off the bat at this point in time, you can't specifically place why you know that last name.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
What does a 3 get me?
All right.
Do I need my phone?
No, you don't need your phone.
Yeah.
I was just determining how I was going to provide you with information.
Yeah.
But no, if you got a 3, you recall nothing. You're good.
Empty like your stomach.
I tried.
That was going to be the first thing I asked, actually, was if you had food for him. He lost some on the field.
Oh, some food. And then he just snaps his fingers. And on the wall, the shelves are now lined with jars of jams and various nut butters. Some
Immediately as it happens, whoa!
as you go.
You can do that?
As you go to reach for the food, your hand it just phases through it.
No, I'm not touching it. I'm trying to snap to change to see if I can do it too.
They're illusions, my boy. If you would like something,
It's
just
fake food.
Just let me know. Do you see something that you want?
All of it?
All of the food.
How much can I have?
Hey, you have whatever you want. You want one of everything, or?
Can you describe to me the foods that are on the wall again?
So again, jars of jams, nut butter, several varying styles of bread, short loaves, more like French style baguette type situations, and probably lots of fruit would be available here.
Malicer's just gonna point at the wall at like 3 different things.
Cool.
You can pick whatever they are.
All right. Yeah. Surely. You do have payment, yes?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And he does another snap, and then right on his desk where he like checks people out, the food pops up in front of him, and he's like, "That'll be 4 copper pieces."
Do you in a little pouch? Do you have change for hands you a silver?
Yeah. Takes your the 4 copper pieces, gives you 6 back, and then passes you the food.
Great. So, there's a couple things. First, my new friend Q actually said that the whole reason he was here was for you.
Greetings.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
For why?
You were getting crystals for him from the cave?
Yes. I wasn't able to get any more. But,
That's fine.
mm-hmm.
You know, we acquired the crystals that,
Mm-hmm.
so that was good.
Great.
I would have bought more if you had more.
Mm-hmm. Soon.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I haven't even come close to selling the ones that you gave me
Great.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then. I don't know if you know, I assume, we're trying to extract a memory from Quentin.
You remember that thing with
Yeah.
my brain?
Oh, yeah.
It happened.
Uh-huh.
Flash.
Oh,
They want to see more
more.
of the Flash.
I was under the impression you wanted to see less.
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to see more,
Okay, is that what you want?
apparently.
Okay. I mean, I can help.
If it's something you don't want to see,
They want to see
we
more.
can do a different way. We can get information another way if it's something that's uncomfortable.
Do
for
you know anything about the Forsaken?
The Forsaken.
Right to the point.
Where did you hear that name?
Luciar, take it away.
Sitting back observing. That's point to right.
We were here on business. By we, I do mean Luciar. And he was
Nothing to look around.
the dragons, and there were some poachers, and there was quite a scuffle, and we were trying to get information from them, and before we could, the last thing one of them was thinking before one of their own killed him was for the Forsaken.
Well,
Because apparently she can see what they're thinking.
that's not that odd.
It's not.
Do you see what people are thinking?
I mean, just yesterday I relived a memory with Quentin, so that's...
That is true.
Why is everyone in everyone's head?
Are you from here?
I look like I'm from here.
They're in our heads. The grass is listening.
Have your
I'm just
jam.
kidding.
I can do magic.
Have your
I
jam.
don't know what to. I'm just
Pat. I was doing the
Oh, what did I get?
I know.
Oh, some various spreads to go with a nice big loaf of bread
Oh yeah.
and like a cornucopia of fruit.
He's just whatever fruit is. Don't know if you're supposed to just bite into it, but he's biting into it. Whatever it is.
There are a couple of options that you
Nope.
should have peeled.
There's no options. It just got bit.
Would you like to roll for the fruit that you have bit into? We'll do a D4.
Yeah.
I'll give you 4 fruit options.
Find a D4. Or do you got the numbers picked in your?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I got a 3.
Okay, that was an apple.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
You're good.
He bites into another one.
Just,
You didn't even finish the
just
apple?
do it.
No, I was just.
Oh, and then you're just
Yep.
double fisting the fruit?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. All right. Right out of the side of a banana.
Fantastic.
I'm
Like,
delicious.
you're eating a hot dog, right? That's the banana. He
Mhm.
bit it from like the long way.
That is what I imagined you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
What's-
corn.
You eat it like it's corn. That's right.
Is this not corn?
Now,
It's yellow. Did you want
the Forsaken.
Yes.
I have. They're trying so hard. I have not heard the name the Forsaken in a very long time. But it is an organization that has crossed my ears before. Maybe 40 or 50 years ago?
41 years ago?
40 or 50 years ago. They're like roving bandits. You know, they were kind of pillaging the countryside, and there were a couple reports of them calling themselves the Forsaken.
Are they interested in particularly rare magical items? You know.
Reports of what was taken. I mean, that would have been so long ago. Specifically, I'm unsure. I was never hit, so it didn't affect me specifically. Just things that I heard from other people. And probably this wouldn't even have been me, but maybe a couple 100 years ago, there was another forsaken incident that I'm recalling. I think this is information that was given to me. I don't remember it very specifically, but I was told that there was an issue with a fire.
That sounds right. Who gave you that information, if you don't mind?
Well, the town that was hit was really close to one of my first shops, and that is that's where I would have been at the time. So I imagine it just would have been one of the townspeople.
Where was that town?
Quite far from here.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm pretty familiar with the area.
The middle of the continent. It doesn't exist anymore, but it would have been probably a couple 100 miles north of here.
What's that area history was?
That would be a significant trek from the edge of the swamp. Because the Quagmire's Rest is at the southern border of the swamp. So, quite a ways from... This is Brandon, by the way. Quite a ways from the swamp lands that exist where Quagmire's Rest is. So if you're like at the northern tip, it's probably a good another 30 or 40 miles from there. And you would be aware that there are no stone nexus there. So you'd have to make the trek.
I'm looking around the shop. Is there anything worth or anything rare specifically related to animals of this planet that might be kind of hard to get or find?
Are you just observing, or are you asking Galder?
No, I'm observing. So, like, while he was talking to Ray, I would have been specifically looking for this stuff as that information was being delivered.
Okay. As you originally were looking, you would have seen on all the tables and shelves and whatnot, there would have been like the crystals and the vials and various potion ingredients, and then the bags and cloaks and things that were hanging around would have been made out of various animal pelts. And then when he would have done the snap for Alistor seeking food, the ingredients for potions and vials and things, those shelves would have transformed, and it just would have been displays of...
Transformed or...
Yes, the
visually.
walls change.
Yeah.
It's an illusion.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have seen any of the ingredients or anything anymore. It would have turned into food items.
Would I know that the customers from Bolt Royal or Heartland that might have directly worked with him at some point? Specifically big names?
I mean, not that I feel like anyone would have ever had a conversation about, but Galder's a little bit everywhere. So most people encounter him at some point or another if they're on any kind of adventure, heading anywhere specific. It's a well-known shop.
So it's pretty convenient that a lot of shops were hit, but not yours.
Well, at the time I only had one.
Yeah. I mean, it seems things have been going pretty well for you the last couple of years.
Oh, well, several decades, actually. You know, when I began to dabble in portal magic is really when business caught up.
Yeah. Well, is there anything I can do to help that out?
No. I think I'm good. He does a little like tighten
Sure.
of his coat, and like the trimmings catch your eye a little bit, and it's not gold cloth. It's actually embedded gold trim. So he's like, it's kind of like a show. He's like, I'm all right.
I'm sure having a favor in the castle might, help you out one day.
There are plenty of people in the castle that owe me favors.
Like who?
People in the castle.
The Xerxes?
Xerxes doesn't find himself in the castle very often. But if I asked him for something, I'm sure he'd deliver.
Yeah. He's great. He's really nice.
Anyway,
So you said that this happened. There were like bandits like 40 to 50 years ago. Did they just disappear? What happened?
I mean, I hadn't heard anything before you guys came and asked, so I mean, I guess maybe they went in hiding or lost interest. Maybe there was a resurgence.
Can I check my forest memories?
So you're at least 40 to 50 years old.
no, at least. Yeah, I'd say that.
How do you know that?
What's the
6.
Forsaken trigger a memory?
The Forsaken triggered a memory, and if it happened 40 to 50 years ago, he's
A
at least
6.
40 to 50 years old.
Yeah, what if it happened between them?
What do you mean between them?
Okay.
Well, if they just pop back up, they could have popped back up for a
Oh, wait.
second or two before.
No, we're not in nature.
That's
we're
true.
not.
That's why I said at least.
He means
I might
like
be
it
in my
could've been
20s.
20 years ago?
I understand.
I appreciated that. She's 20. Okay, with that roll, nothing specific, but as you're like scanning through, the words Forsaken don't come to mind, but a shady area of your jungle does kind of not raise alarms, but it's like a piqued interest situation. You would see a embedded into the ground cellar door.
Oh no.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh no.
Okay, great.
I like that.
Is this the kind of oh no where we go quickly or where we forget about it for a while?
I think you forget about a lot of things.
Wow, it is my
Kind
go-to.
of both. It's not a priority, but it's lead, which could turn into a priority. It's really up to everyone, but in my jungle, there's always been this door thing in the ground. And it had this symbol on it, and I could never open it. Never.
What was the symbol?
Never told me.
So that was not a part of the memory that I was sharing with you just now because you rolled a 6. But if you would like to do another roll, not for like
If it... Evie would know the door was there. And if you said the cellar door, that's the only one she knows.
it's true, but also this is a place that you would not know because you've like gone to it.
Uh-huh.
It just would have been like a place in your forest, like how your forest shares memories with you.
Yeah.
That was a bad roll. I'm sorry.
No. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. I'm just trying to figure out if...
You've not been there to investigate it yourself, is what I'm
Okay.
saying. And since you've never investigated it yourself, you've got a cellar door. And you can absolutely have the memory of a symbol on it, but with a 6, you wouldn't have recalled.
No, that's perfectly fine. I was just
It
a
would have
little
been like
confused.
hazy.
Perfectly fine.
So it's a door like, you say cellar door, but it's like in the ground in the forest?
Yeah,
Just
kind
like-
of. guess I did.
Didn't elves used to live underground? Is that a thing?
Who are you asking?
It was Ray, and then it was Tara.
Historically, Ray, Tara, whichever, you would be aware that the elves originally came from like a cavern layer beneath. What? Just far underground.
Indeed.
Indeed.
But I was going to say that the Forsaken thing made me remember, but it didn't really give me much.
Well, it could be a big lead if it's your jungle they were trying to burn down, a cellar door you can't get into. We have a human member of an elven family that used to live underground with us that has no memories and doesn't want them. It could not be connected, it could not. But it seems like a big lead, I think.
Do we know how to get there?
I could probably find it.
Brandon, the DM is.
No, I know.
You could find it.
Yeah.
How far is your place from Shadowfell? Is that like 2 different parts of the world, or?
Shadowfell is.
I'm on the far east of the map.
Yeah, you are. So Shadowfell, we've got the mountain range that separates the eastern side of the continent with like the central side, and Heartland is underneath the like shadow of the mountains where Shadowfell exists. And then the Mistwood Tangle is the southernmost jungle in that northernmost jungle in that area. So not super close.
Okay.
Heartland, Shadowfell,
Yes.
Boy, a map
Yeah.
view would be
Something
great.
Tangle.
Yeah, I know.
So map view would be great. Like pop up there for us to see.
Oh.
Do you know about any of the recent Shadowfell incidences?
No?
Shadow
Okay.
incidences?
Yeah. Shadowfell?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is.
What's going on with Shadowfell?
Just reports of people trying to get in or interacting with the people that are inside.
Oh no, I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah.
So, are we heading to the jungle?
If you don't want to look at your memories,
Which we can.
which we can, but we're not going to force you to do anything.
Sure.
But we might force you to go to the jungle.
Right.
That's a ask. You can choose not to go. But it's
You have the most experienced tour guide available to you. I just FYI.
yeah. I mean, if that's the next lead, I could also
Right.
check in my memories so I
Right.
don't lose them.
Rune telepathed me and said, "What's Shadowfell?" And I said, I, Ray, probably know that, but Tara playing me does not.
I don't know anything about you.
Would Ray, am I giving
I-
you information or is Ray sharing information? Because it just depends on if I'm whispering this to you or not.
Both. Because if Ray's gonna tell her, I need to know to tell her, and I assume she would know from
I
map
think-
history. I could roll a check.
I think he needs to like say with the group. Like, are you gonna share with
That's
the
what I'm, if you're going to share with the group, I'll tell you
Oh.
out loud. But if you're not, then
I would
Depends
like
on
to
what I
share with
know.
the group. So if you don't
If you
tell them,
want
I'll
to
tell
just
them.
go, yeah, you can. Let's do that.
sharing with the group
It
what
still relies on him
Shadowfell is?
saying it though. So here we are.
Great.
Go ahead. What's your
Shadowfell is a place.
Shadowfell is a town in the mountains that is protected by a barrier. I say protected, but really the barrier is to keep people in Shadowfell. So, long time ago, the current Guardian created this town of sorts, and it was put there so that the most dangerous criminals would have a place to go where they couldn't harm others. And it's kind of like a prison without being a prison, because Clara didn't want to imprison people, and the exception that she made is basically there's 100 square miles on top of this mountain that has this huge barrier that surrounds the whole thing, and it prevents people from leaving or coming. And over the past couple hundred years, just any particular people who have exclusively done wrong or excessively done wrong and not being remorseful or having any intentions of changing or anything like that, that has been the place where those people have been sent. So over the years the population has grown, but that's what Shadowfell is.
Great. That's what I inferred upon it being a bad thing for people to try to interact with them.
Yeah. So curious if that is another piece of the puzzle here.
Maybe some of the Forsaken are in Shadowfell.
I would assume so. Many that might have been caught over the years.
Justin wants to know, for Alistair's knowledge, did you guys share what he just shared?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he said.
Got it.
That's what he said.
I was like, was this?
Copycat.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to share your memory, or?
I don't have access to my memory.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But he does.
No. He delved into my memory to try to help me remember things, but then it brought up more questions that I wasn't ready to process, and now I'm trying to figure out who the hell I am.
And so, if he delves into your memory
That's a
again,
big question.
that could cause more issues for you.
Let's just imagine you woke up one day and didn't know anything.
Not that hard.
Right? Got it? Then find out that the assumptions that you made, the bedrock of who you are, were false.
Mm-hmm.
She's on track.
Great.
Oh.
Would you
This
dive
is
in
so
to do
funny.
that again?
To do it again?
To find out more?
To live it again?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right. The situation.
So the forest.
In the forest.
I appreciate that person,
Yeah.
that it was the interaction between you two. That was
Yep.
magnificent.
Okay, so to the jungle.
Yeah, the jungle.
The
You're
jungle.
good. You can call it a forest too. And there's trees.
Are they gonna listen to us?
They'll
So
listen to me.
I have feet, and
How
that's
many?
the fastest I can travel.
Oh, which isn't fast.
Not very. Not anymore.
Old knees.
Oh,
And do you have
there's
any
a stone
shops near there?
nexus to
So
the
say,
north
could
of
you
here.
portal us to the stone nexus?
Oh gosh.
Do you have any shops near the Mistwood?
No, the closest shop I have would be in Heartland, which would still be quite a while away. Your best option is probably to take the stone nexus. There's one on the outskirts of town, just like a
It's how I got here.
15-minute walk from here. It's not far.
It is a little bit of a walk through the jungle, though.
Great.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Yep.
For the dragons
I thought we were doing this for him.
and Q
And the dragons.
and the dragons.
And a painting.
For us.
Just in general.
And the painting.
Not a painting.
Not the painting.
We're done with painting?
I mean, I
We're
can
done with the painting.
paint more. I've
Right.
never
That'd be
done
cool.
painting. But
Right.
Do you want to drop the painting off for your mom's birthday?
Nope. We can do that later.
Mom's got a birthday?
Coming up. Sometime.
Okay. Let's go.
Do we currently have?
I'm gonna point at a couple more food pieces before we go, and I'm gonna hand him whatever
Money.
money I need to pay for that.
Okay. He's just in.
Yeah, we'll figure out what it is later.
Cool.
Is there any honey on the shelf?
Yeah.
Is there bread? Is it?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some honey and some bread and
Yeah, good.
toss
good,
this over his way, I guess.
You
good
guys need
thinking.
anything else?
Tara would like to know before we leave the shop. So we travel by the stone nexus with crystals. Can that take 7 people, or do we need more crystals?
Oh, you're good. You're one swipe. It activates the pet.
Okay, great.
We gotta hand him 2 gold and be like, can we have supplies for the trip? Food, new clothing. A little dirty. He's definitely dirty.
Confirm.
That's his best shirt.
That's my best shirt.
It was.
No, it is.
Real quick. Do you want new clothes, or do you want those to be clean?
These to be clean.
Okay.
Would be great.
New clothes or those to be clean?
It's on me, friend.
Let's get some new duds.
All right. All right. All right.
Let's do a montage.
Gotta make him a new
Work it, work
miniature.
it, work it.
Well, like a crop top and a fedora, and I'm real happy. No, that's not it.
Comes out of the stall with a fanny pack on.
You did show up today with a fresh cut.
Side note,
Sure.
me and you had role played me investigating that door for one of my journal entries. That's what I was going off
Did we? I don't recall
For the viewers,
In the
I'd like to
journal.
say it's freezing in this room.
It's not.
And
She's
freezing.
just a baby.
It's really not.
It's.
This room-
I'm
and
dying.
We
for
both
shirt
have
right
chills.
I do too. My
Every
hand
time you
is
see me
frozen.
go, like I'm chilled out. I'm like, oh gosh, it's cold.
Now.
Cover
She
their
has no
shoulders
blood
up.
circulation. Shira has 0 blood circulation.
Put your
the
soul
season comes
on
out.
him.
Well, it's too damn bad. I don't listen to people.
Damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
We can. We're in a house.
No.
Look,
It's 70 degrees.
No,
What do
it's
you
not.
mean it's cold?
It's not.
That's what it says right
It
there.
absolutely feels like 70 degrees in
It
here.
is. It's 70
Like
degrees.
60-ish.
It's like
It might
not
be.
60.
I'm fine, but I have a lot of layers on.
Were we planning to take the train? It's a good thing because it's derailed. It's fully derailed.
What's
Right.
Good job.
our word or safe
Good job.
word for this?
I don't remember.
Derail.
Coyote.
Oh, it was just.
Okay, clothes. What do your clothes look like?
I have no idea.
Yeah. What do you? We have montage.
Oh, he'll just until you like pick an outfit.
This is like weed.
You get
The
to
weed.
choose.
I get to choose.
Is there a
You get to
pattern? Is there a
choose.
color that you like? A pattern?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
this
when
might
you're
take a
looking
while.
at it, you're like, oh, that's nice.
This might take a while.
Prestidigitation, clean clothes.
I'm wearing exactly that.
That looks great. That looks fantastic. I'm aware exactly that.
I am gonna have to go into Hero Forge and now copy.
Yeah.
and paste.
That's exactly what I was
That's
thinking.
exactly what I'm about to go do after this game.
That's all I want.
And twinning.
Great.
The
We've got
best
2 sets of twins now.
best you can.
I'm actually like, there might be a spot for you in the castle yet.
Oh,
Somehow
Oh,
I saw
good.
that coming.
Huh?
Somehow I saw that coming. Lucia would be giving out jobs.
You don't be giving out jobs. And
Not even
compensation.
his castle. Says the castle's gonna pay for it. Like what?
I could see Q being like a Walmart greeter for the castle.
The old sticker. You got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to
Welcome
the
to
castle.
Royal.
Come on in.
Welcome to Boat
Wait a
Royal.
minute. Let me check your bag. Go on.
Okay.
Have a bolt royal day.
Detects magic.
That train, still off the tracks.
It's a different track.
It's a different track, but it's still not on it.
We're in character.
You're given a bag of supplies. It's got, various food and whatnot. Mostly breads and jars of nut butters and things like that. Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. Meat's not going to keep very well.
Yeah. But I'm fine.
There's some dried meats in there, but
Like jerkies. It'd be like jerkies. Do I know of any travel options that would be an option for us to use?
I mean, the way that you navigate the Stone Nexus.
After that, though, jungle is dark and full of secrets.
You just have to trust Evia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alistor is totally trying to take a piece of dried meat from that bag.
Nope.
If you want to, you have to slide.
Roll an
hand.
attack roll.
I
I wasn't trying to attack.
know, but I just wanted to see if it was going to hit me. Because I wasn't trying to.
Sucks to suck.
Yep, it does.
Can I roll a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Son of a... I'm going to eat this dice.
No, play it out. Play it out.
No, I'm totally playing
Reach
it out.
for it. Oh, you
I'm
can
playing,
hear
I'm
reach
playing it
for
out. I'm playing it out.
Reach for it.
Like that.
Reach for it.
I guess that roll wasn't good.
It was not.
This is for the trip, friend.
I mean,
We don't have much. We need to make sure we have enough.
Okay.
I start walking off.
You said that I get some last time.
Do we need to?
I baton a little piece of jerky behind me until he sees it.
I'm following.
No, I'm like, wait, let you.
Oh, to like give it to me?
Yes.
Fish. All right. All heading out.
Yeah.
Any last minute questions? Anyone want to say anything to Galdor on their way?
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Strange man. Strange hungry man.
Strange hungry man.
I'm gonna hang back.
Okay.
After everybody leaves. And I'm gonna.
Is this
say-
a leave the room situation?
I mean, everyone else is out of the shop. So.
This depends on if you want us to know or
Yeah,
not.
you want us
Here
to
we
get
go.
up from the table,
No.
leave the room?
Or we
Oh
just,
no, you don't have to get up from the table and leave the room.
We just get out of our players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character gone.
Gather,
Yeah.
you greeted Ray like you knew her.
Oh yeah, they were just here yesterday.
That's good. Do you know who their mom is?
Oh, the Guardian.
That's so shady. So shady.
Clara the Guardian?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's all I was wanting. I appreciate you talking with me.
Of course.
Have a good day. And then I'm just gonna stroll out and go find Bryn.
Would have been close behind. Cool.
I'm gonna hand Bryn I've like taken the jar and just like a little piece of the bread. I've like spread some honey on it and I'm just gonna like hand that over.
Happily takes it.
As we're walking out, I want to go next to Q and do you trust him,
Which one?
Calder?
He seems to know me for a long time. I was vulnerable, as you say, with him, and he took care of me.
I was gonna say that.
I just know that most people in his trade don't usually reach heights like that rightfully. So just had my guard up and was curious.
Not to demonize Brandon's favorite character.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
to say anything's
Yeah.
wrong. I definitely, did my things to get where I was. But that's to say, that's sometimes part of the trade. So I just want to know his skeletons and see if he has any role to play in what's been going on around here.
Nothing I know of.
Kitty cat rustling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys are headed towards the Stone Nexus.
Yep. Yupper doodle.
Totally.
Are you leading the way?
Yep. Okay.
Cool. Any last minute talks before you board this teleportation train? Portal train?
Oh,
I just want to see a flame go into the sky by the temple and someone just. Oh, he's fine. That was a playful. That was a playful flame.
A playful flame. They didn't mean anything by it. So, you guys make it towards the border of Quagmire's Rest, and sure enough, the Stone Nexus is right outside. It's in eyesight anyway, so it's not a long walk from the main gates to the Stone Nexus. When you get there, there's a column that has the description, the Mistwood Tangle, engraved. So,
Where are we gonna? I know you said the Stone Nexus that I had to go to get out was Runewood, and it was kind of up here to the north of the Runewood. But I had to go through the Mistwood, like through the Whispering Rapids of
It
the
is-
Mist.
it is on the northwest section.
That's what I thought. Okay. Okay. Just a warning: if you see fog, don't go into it.
I like clarity in these situations. What happens if you go into the fog?
I'm immune to it, I think, but I'm not.
Great.
Oh well,
Do you-
I'm like as I'm.
You want a deep dive
Yeah.
into the fog? So, very dangerous. The name of the river
Whispering Rapids.
is the Whispering Rapids. The Whispering Rapids that snakes through the Mistwood Tangle. Probably a good 40, 50 yards off of the river. There's a mist that comes off of it, and it creates this fog-like appearance. And if you make your way into that fog, it dulls your senses, creates a disinterest. You know, you just kind of end up there, and once you're in the fog, you're like, oh, okay. And you kind of just wonder.
Get lost.
You get stuck. You know, you don't have a desire to leave. You forget your purposes, and a lot, if not most, of the people who walk into the fog of the Whispering Rapids, they just die there.
Japanese
Great.
forest.
Nice.
Is that the fog that surrounds Shadowville?
No. No, that the Whispering Rapids. Would you, if I were to say this, is it like describe what it surrounds? Would that be something either of you would share? Because you know, there's like that tall thing, and then the place that you were at in your intro episode, where all the people were, and then the
V.
rapids goes around.
Yeah.
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 All right. So the Whispering Rapids encompasses the area where the runewood trees grow, and it's like a protective barrier for the runewoods. Cool.
Just to clarify, Evie is telling all of us this.
This is the information that she would have had to
Yeah.
share.
The only thing I wasn't sure, I didn't remember 100% what the fog did. I just knew that it did not affect me.
Is all of the runewood inside of this?
Not all of the rune
Not
wood
all
is
of it, okay.
inside of that,
I was
but
about
it
to
is the bulk of the rune wood that exists on Arfinium does grow in that grove.
Of
in
my
this
jungle,
wood
it's
tangle.
kind of like northwest also of my actual thing. So
Okay.
we'll walk past the runewood to go into the mistwood tangle.
So we'll see the runewood.
We will see the runewood. That's why I suggested if you see fog, don't go into it.
Understood.
That way we can pass by it, not have any issues, and just keep going.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Don't die.
Is it? How much time does it
Check.
cost?
I think you checked that box a little too.
Probably been a few hours. I would say it's probably been at least 3 hours since you guys have been together. Probably at about noon now. We'll say you guys were at about 9 this morning.
Just it's 1, -1, and 3. So
So,
we were at
alright.
Those don't sound like good numbers.
we were at
all of
-1.
them.
That put me at 0. And then we got another -1 that put me at -1. And then I got a 3, so I'd be at 2.
Great.
Mathicals.
Mathematical.
Math. Algebraic.
Alright, who's gonna do the thing?
Do what thing?
There's a few of you who knows how this stone nexus works.
I'll just do it.
There's a few of us who don't.
Alright, everyone
In?
in the circle of the rocks.
Keep close
Oh,
with
got
your
it.
hand.
Yep. We're holding hands too.
I'm holding my own hand.
Bryn is also on the stone nexus. The tablet that's in the center of the columns. So you guys are surrounded by 7 columns that surround the stone tablet. And when Luciar walks up to the stone column that has Mistwood Tangle engraved on it, and he kind of rubs the crystal on it, it begins to glow. And then he steps onto the tablet, which then the cracks and crevices inside the tablet do the same thing. There's a glow.
Take a deep breath.
And then there's a whoosh
What happens if we don't?
as the images in front of you disappear. And the town, or city, rather, of Quagmire's Rest disappears from your view. And the forest of the Mistwood Tangle is now what you see in front of you.
Okay, so I didn't take a deep breath.
You're good.
Well, I was gonna. Oh. That's a 9. Okay.
He's being dramatic.
I was rolling for motion sickness.
So, you guys make it, and that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yay! We're in some trees. They're listening. They can hear us.
Maybe I just go
Everything
and
is
hugs it.
listening.
All right. So, real quick before we cut, we're gonna test Tara right now.
Don't do this
Oh.
to me.
Answer a quiz.
She's very good with words. This
Talk
girl.
for a minute. Give me a minute.
She is a wordy woman. And our first 2 episodes, she put together a limerick, a poem, that was a description of what went on before, and ended up naming the episode to follow. So we've kind of started a little bit of a trend, and it's been more private than anything so far. But right now, we are going to see if she can, on the fly, produce a poem for this upcoming episode, which will essentially be a description of what you guys have just experienced in roughly 8 lines, followed by, ideally, what we will be calling episode 3.
Yeah, no pressure.
No, not on camera. I cannot do this.
Absolutely.
You totally can.
No.
No pressure.
No, this is supposed to be at the end of highs and lows. I was supposed to have time to remember what happened in the episode so I can make it accurate. Last time I made up bullshit that didn't happen because it was about an episode that didn't exist.
Trust me, I was so confused when I read it.
Because Brandon said, "Can you write a poem about an episode?" He said, "Can you write a poem about?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like, "About an episode that doesn't exist. Like try to do episode 3." So I made up stuff that I thought maybe we'd do. Now I have to like actually make it accurate for it to be good.
That's fair.
You did it.
Yeah, it was good though.
Thanks. I don't know.
Just
No.
say a really cool line.
Yeah, just say something sick.
Just one line.
If she
Give
gets,
us a
if
one
she gets
liner.
one line in, she'll finish it.
So recap would be we
It doesn't have to be about this episode.
got together. Dragons are safe. Harold is concerned.
Oh God, Harold. That would be a
Painted a
good line.
painting. Harold is kidnapped.
Salt
Arrowed
Galder.
in.
Galder is blue.
Golder's blue.
Mariah says you got this. She's got eyes open.
There's a cellar door.
We found out about the Forsaken. Or
Q had memories.
Not really.
A memory.
He found his soap.
I ate that.
He also
Alistair
ate a
ate
banana.
food.
Like a taco.
No.
No, not like a taco, like a...
Hot dog.
No, not like a hot
not
dog.
even- what- like a watermelon.
There was a hot dog mentioned.
Watermelon. It was hot dog mentioned.
Like a watermelon.
I ate it like.
Butt face.
Mm.
Got the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some lines, but I'm not there.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You have to wait till we put it out.
Yeah.
for
wait
effort.
till next time.
Well, it'll be out. I mean, people will see it because I'm sure that whatever she comes
Someone
up
else do
with
it. Justin,
will
go.
end up being.
No. All of
Spit
it's
some
due to
bad
one
rhymes.
line.
That's what the first episode
Oh,
was.
we can all do one word.
Totally.
All right, guys. So I appreciate your attendance for our live episode, and I cannot wait to see you guys again next week. Not next week, actually. Sorry. We are officially going to every other week. So you will not see us this Saturday. You will see us next Saturday. And we will continue on an every other Saturday streaming schedule for at least the next few months. We're going to gauge how often we need to get back into this based off of, popular opinion. And we'll go from there. So, but for the next few months, for sure, expect us every other Saturday. Woo!
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
All right. That being said, what did we agree to?
I have no idea.
Do we agree to something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's let's roll out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Autobots roll out.
Autobots roll out.
Autobots.
Autobots roll out.
Jiminy Christmas.